Glanderson Booper.
Glanderson Booper.
Glanderson Booper.
Oh, you see that?
Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper is coming to Yorkshire. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper.
Are using this whole conscious calling black women queens and shit, and then the next thing you know, it's about them getting a couple damn dollars and then fucking a bunch of damn chicks. Now, let me ask you, people who are this conscious
Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper.
Oh, you see that? I know.
Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper is coming to Yorkshire. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper. Glanderson Booper.
Warning. The Drunken Peasants podcast is full of comedic exaggerations, independent thought, insensitivity, and other offensive content. We strongly urge all viewers and listeners to keep their brains in their skulls throughout the entire duration of this podcast. Failure to do so will result in immediate death. If you wish to support this podcast, there are several ways to do so. First, you can sign up for a free audiobook trial at audibletrial.com/drunkenpeasants. Audible is the foremost seller of audiobooks today with hundreds of thousands of titles to satisfy all manner of tastes. Second, if you shop on Amazon.com, please use the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of this video. Every purchase you make helps to support this podcast's existence. Third, please peruse our merchandise and see if any of it strikes your fancy. We sell a lot of t-shirts, so we must be doing something right. One more thing before I go. To make an official submission to the Drunken Peasants, whether it be a video for one of our segments, or fan art, or a picture of you wearing one of our shirts, or anything you think we might want to use on the show, that stuff needs to be sent to the Drunken Peasants Facebook inbox. Please do not send correspondence, as this will be deleted unread. With all that shit out of the way, it's time to begin the show.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist? It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage. I just want to be light. You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello, welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast, episode 316. And we are here today with awaiting the triumphant return of KAISER Scotty.
smoke weed every day.
KAISER Scotty returns
fucking
today.
Scotty, piece of shit. He would be here, but he must go get his sunglasses because he forgot.
Oh, you're gonna say that?
Yep. Scotty's like, shit, forgot my sunglasses. Gotta go back and get my sunglasses. I can't be seen without them. Even though people have all seen them.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Okay. It's kind of weird. But, you know, he's a performer. He's a true
He's a true performer.
He's a true craftsman.
He's a method actor, too.
Yeah, he is.
You know, like when he
gets in the character of Scotty well before the show.
Yeah.
Starts.
He spends time playing Scotty, getting into the character of Scotty, being Scotty.
Oh, yeah.
Before the show even begins.
It's majestic. It's powerful. You know, let's look at, speaking of actors, let's get that piece of shit Paul's ego on here. He could talk about Scotty's method a little with us.
All right. Do we have to, though?
You know, it's in his contract, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Padel.
Yes. How can I help you?
Is that my hat? Did you steal my hat?
No.
Or is that one of yours?
No, look, I'll prove it.
Because I haven't seen that hat around in a while that you wore.
See? Ashley bought me this hat for Christmas.
Cool.
They can't see it yet.
They can't see it yet, though, so hold on.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
We're talking about a hat that no one can see. Great.
There's the hat. Everyone can see
There
the
we
hat
go.
now.
It's the same hat he wore last episode.
And I finally centered your frame, Paul, so you don't have to have your computer all like weird and crooked or your cam weird and crooked.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me scooch it a little bit.
And see, and feel free to. Actually, I'm gonna zoom on you myself.
Oh, okay. Zoom it in, man. Give the people what they want. Close-ups of my fucking gorgeous model/actor face, dude.
God damn, you're beautiful, Paul.
Oh, I know.
There we go.
The curse of your fucking insane good looks.
I know, dude. It's just like, man.
Yeah,
Couldn't I have been fat and ugly? Did I have to be fat and blindingly attractive?
It's funny that you mentioned that because I don't want to give away too much, but I have seen some new shirt designs. And the shirt design that I've seen of Paul captures his true handsomeness.
It really does.
Like,
You'll see the full beauty of Paul in all of its glory.
It reminds me of when, European royalty would have portraits done of themselves.
Yeah,
it's
that good.
Yep. It's flattering. It's realism.
Fattering. Yeah.
It's flattering.
Yo,
Remember that?
Tommy from the Bronx.
I don't think I ever laughed harder at a joke than in the Nutty Professor when she says something nice to him and he goes, "Oh, I'm fatter. I mean, I'm flattered." And like that one, I don't know why.
That movie's not really like too bad. I mean, it gets a lot of shit for being really terrible, but
dude, that movie was great. I don't care. Like, it's people that shit on that movie have no souls.
Move on. We haven't even started. How can we
Fuck
move
you guys.
on?
Dude, I thought to myself tonight, because like the chat early on seemed like less cancerous than normal, and as soon as the show started, I looked over and it was like, "Get a new intro already, jeez, this intro's so long." I was like, oh, no, same old chat.
Yep.
Hey, chat, how you doing?
What a bunch of whiny ass faggots. Hate you guys.
Oh, they're great. You love them. I'd give the chat a big old hug if they were here right now.
A bear hug.
Yeah. Give them all a big hug.
Big bar.
Hey, chat, how you doing? I love you. No one in your life does, apparently, but I do.
I just don't know how far we want to get without Scotty.
Yeah, dude.
Scotty's driving 20 minutes now to get his
getting fucking stupid sunglasses.
All right, let's talk about the meetup.
Yeah, we're doing a meetup in Albuquerque.
And we are doing it. And I would say February 1st more than likely just because of the timing of when we're going to be there. So just if you can come and you're over 21, no matter what, if we just have to like crash a bar somewhere.
We will.
Yeah, we'll just be
We've done it before.
Yeah.
We could do it again.
Yeah, we just won't be able to like put on a show. We're just going to hang out and drink at that point. But no matter what, something cool is happening.
Oh, yeah. Don't you worry.
Yep, and then we're all going to go out and buy meth.
Meth.
We're going to smoke mad meth.
Awesome.
Not me.
Whatever,
I've been down that road.
Hey.
I've been down meth
Paul,
Avenue.
Hey, listen.
Paul, I suggest you should have read your contract better then, Paul.
Paul Parkey might have done meth, but Paul's ego of the Drunken Peasants has never done meth yet. So it's time.
I want you to have at least one rotten tooth by the end of this trip, Paul.
What the fuck? That's a lot of meth.
Yeah, motherfucker. So someone sent me this troll or not a troll. They say it's good. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I don't normally watch them.
Because you don't want to have preconceptions
right
into it, Yeah. Just take a look.
Yeah. Let's check this shit out.
Oh my god. Okay. I wanted to make something like this for fucking weeks. For fucking weeks I wanted to make this video. And I'm finally making this fucking video, and I have to fucking be honest with all of you. God fucking damn it. I can't do this. I can't fucking... MatPat of Game Theory! Have you ever heard of him? You ever heard of him? He makes these shitty fucking videos.
Not
He
quality
makes
like
these
this,
shitty
apparently.
fucking videos where he goes around and he makes these bullshit theories. I can't. Oh my god! And he gets everything fucking wrong. Worst part about it, he gets good shit in return. Like,
Oh my god!
Okay, this is why I made the video. He got.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Paul.
go with not a troll. Because like this exists on the internet. I've seen it. It's just incoherent rage being spilled out of a tiny mind, and it happens all the time. I'm a fan of incoherent rage in proper doses, but this is just somebody that's pissed about something that they assume everybody else knows about, and I've seen it a billion times. This is not a
spot in like the Game Awards or some shit.
Yeah.
He's gotten a fuck ton of opportunities to do stupid fucking shit. He fucking meets the Pope, he gives him Undertale, like, hello! Hello! And now,
Alright,
look at this son of a bitch, he's going on fucking... Why?
Alright.
What was that weird sound that he made?
I want to say that this is a troll.
You want to say that it's a troll.
I want to say that it's a troll. I need for it to be a troll, but I'm really kind of thinking it's not a troll.
It's not.
Why are people like him fucking popular? What the fuck? What the fuck? God fucking damn it! What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm fucking losing my mind over this son of a bitch. Fucking people have to work their goddamn jobs, fucking sitting at McDonald's, and this fucking white son of a bitch goes around, he fucking makes like these stupid piece of shit videos nobody wants to fuck, that aren't even fucking informally accurate on anything.
Informally
for fucking
accurate?
video games.
Exactly. This is not a troll. This is just a dumb person. God.
Wow. That was, yeah. Wow.
I saw that most people in the chat were calling troll, but they're all trolls, so don't listen to them.
Yeah. I wonder what the troll ratio is of the chat.
100%.
100%?
100 out of 100.
I subscribe to the law of contrary public opinion. I walk away from the crowd, my friend.
I walk the lonely road. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in the world.
Oh, I guess we need another new intro for this, too.
Yeah. Well, if you motherfuckers want to see new intros, send us new intros,
Yeah.
faggots. This is all crowdsourced shit. People,
Action news.
if you think an intro on this show sucks and you can do better, fucking send it to us, and if it is better, we will use it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you lie about most of these intro segments being crowdsourced. You guys have me sweating like a chimp 24 hours a day making intros
Get
for
the
this
shocker.
show.
Get the shocker. Paul, you can maybe push the red button?
Yeah. Get better at After Effects. You suck.
Piece of shit. We gotta pay for more courses for you? Fucking piece of degenerate shit. Can't believe you, Paul.
Yeah. We are going to get a new intro, too. We just have to find someone who can make it. We do not have the ability ourselves to make one better than we already have, so we're sticking with the one we have until we can get a better one. So maybe we'll contact the person who made the other one for us.
I actually, I wasn't going to say anything, but I do have a new idea for a new Drunken Peasants intro.
You do? Let's do tell.
I don't want to tell the concept here because I want it to
Okay.
be a total surprise for the audience, but I think it's pretty good. Scotty,
All right.
Scotty had a very enthusiastic reaction. I think you guys probably would too.
Probably. I love it when I loved it that one time, like we were all sitting around and Scotty was like in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden out of nowhere we heard, "Ha!"
Yeah. He's in there like on his phone looking at something.
Yeah. And then, like, out of nowhere, you just hear him go, ha!
No further laughter either. Just one lone.
Dude, like living with the Kirk brothers, you get used to like strange, worrying outbursts. Like, I'd be downstairs at 4 a.m. and I'd hear, well, "I don't give a fuck. God damn it, fucking for you." And I'd be like, "Oh."
I don't give a fuck. All right. Back to on to the news. Yeah.
The Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, he appeared before the Senate Armed Services Committee earlier today and was asked about a major post-election Democratic talking point, the claim that Russian hacking handed the election to Donald Trump. And here's what Clapper said.
They did not change any vote tallies or anything of that sort.
Yeah, I'm just talking
we have no way of gauging the impact that certainly the intelligence community can't gauge the impact it had on choices the electorate made. There's no way for us to gauge that. Whether or not that constitutes an act of war, I think is a very heavy policy call that I don't believe the intelligence community should make, but it's certainly would carry, in my view, great gravity.
All right, let me explain what this means. Everything that you have been hearing from the president, from Hillary Clinton, from her...
Hail Kaiser Scotty! Hail Kaiser Scotty! Kaiser Scotty hath returned! All right, so, all right.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Just trash.
Your glorious leader has returned.
Yeah.
He just comes and stuffs trash.
Welcome back
TJ.
after your long absence.
The fuck, dude?
Yeah, TJ left my headphones at home.
I didn't. What?
You left my headphones. I had to get these replacement headphones. And you also left my sunglasses, too. And my wallet. And everything else, TJ. You think your practical joke is fucking funny?
Yeah. Okay. What?
I wasn't late because of me. I was late because of you.
Okay.
Wow.
Makes sense.
Who the fuck is that?
Kaiser. All hail the Kaiser.
Is it Pestering Paul?
Pestering Paul. Yeah, there he is.
Ready for inspection, Kaiser Scoopy.
Yeah.
What kind of hat is that, Paul? Oh, I like that hat.
Oh, this
really
is
like
actually
that.
my hat. This is actually my hat.
Oh, sure it is.
Look, I'll prove it.
It became his hat after he stole it from you.
Nope. Looks like TJ's hat.
Your hat is a full back, man. This one has the thing on the back, man.
That's not how I
don't
recall
think
that
so.
hat.
Oh, I'm proud that Paul stole your hat, though.
Whatever. That's
I do
not
have
my hat,
I do have
dude.
TJ's beanie though. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Expensive beanies. Mine.
I had a few of yours, but I haven't seen them around lately, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I took yours, because the day I left, I couldn't find either of mine.
Fucking piece of shit.
We knew that. We're like, dude, Paul was probably just grabbing shit on the way out the door when he was late. Like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Dude, there was like a no shit, just giant mountain of trash under Paul's bed.
Of course.
Whatever, dude. It wasn't giant.
It was a giant mountain of
Dude,
trash.
I saw, Paul, I don't know.
The bed frame wasn't even under the bed anymore.
Yeah, I don't normally agree with
It was just
TJ.
held up by garbage.
The bed frame was in the closet. Paul had broken that probably day one. It was just supported by trash.
Dude, I know for a fact that there was not a giant pile of trash under my bed because I never put TJ under my bed.
Oh. What the
Well, you know
fuck?
what? In fairness, TJ, he is garbage, not trash.
That's
okay,
right.
that's true. That's true. My bad.
Very
My bad.
important distinction.
Important
there. Come
distinction
on.
there.
Come on, guys.
All right, so back to Sean Hannity.
Oh, well,
we
all right.
just had to welcome back Scotty.
Of course.
campaign from the Democratic Party about hacking, determining the outcome of this election is not true. Now, here's what is true. Now, did the Russians hack into our voting machines? No, they did not. Did WikiLeaks, though, did they reveal how corrupt the liberal news media is and that how they colluded with the Clinton campaign? Yeah, that's true. Did WikiLeaks reveal how some DNC staffers made anti-Semitic, misogynistic, racist, homophobic, sexist comments? Yeah, that was revealed. Did
Muddying the waters.
I like
These
how
waters are so damn muddy.
Dude, I really enjoy how Trump, was all like, Julian Assange ain't so bad. And then fucking his little butt buddy Sean Hannity. Well, they did reveal a lot of stuff about the DNC.
This is just so one-sided.
Hey, TJ, did you know your fucking favorite guy, Cucker, is taking over the primetime? I was so happy to hear that.
Yeah, he's going to take over Megyn Kelly's old time
Are you
slot.
serious?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now Tucker's moving
time. Cucker is moving up to the top, Paul.
What the fuck? Why does this turd keep floating to the top of the punch bowl?
You know what? I can tell you exactly why if you want to know.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, I read the comment of Rupert Murdoch, who we all know is the owner of, a bunch of media companies, and he was praising old Cucker there. He's like, oh my God, he's just showing what an exemplary, journalist he is, and, it's blah, 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 bunch of dick-sucking shit, and it's like, what? You guys put him on, another news set. He didn't even have his own set, and then somehow he's getting the 9 p.m., the most coveted time slot for this network now. So I don't know what's going on with Fox. Tucker Carlson either has some fucking blackmail or sucks a mean fucking dick.
Rupert Murdoch.
Probably a little bit of both. He might suck some blackmail.
I think Rupert Murdoch is Australian.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, so... Yeah. Oi!
Can't cuck the tuck.
Whose fucking nephew is he? He must be somebody's fucking distant cousin or something.
WikiLeaks reveal that the DNC tried to discredit Bernie Sanders and rig the primary for Hillary Clinton.
True.
Yeah, that's true. That was revealed too.
They did.
So this isn't about Julian Assange. This is all just another excuse by the Democrats as to why Hillary Clinton lost the election and an attempt to delegitimize Donald Trump's presidency and his victory. Now, we do know that when Assange was 16 years old, he hacked into NASA. He hacked into the Department of Defense. We have known about WikiLeaks now for 10 years. Now, this group has been publishing classified government information that clearly shows that this country, the United States of America, has major cybersecurity problems. Now, tonight, we're going to play more of our exclusive interview with Julian Assange, where he's going to explain why he does what he does. Here's a quick preview.
Why are we interested in publishing information about power? Because people can do things with power. They can do very bad things with power. If they're incompetent, they can do dangerous things.
Now, we're going to play the rest of that exchange later tonight, but first, I have said this for years. Cybersecurity needs to be beefed up very quickly. Why?
Have you really said that for years?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's done it.
Maybe you have. I don't know. I don't really watch Sean Hannity, but I got a sneaking suspicion you haven't been saying that for years.
It's shocking to hear Sean Hannity say something I agree with. I mean, it's just like, what? Really? I mean, I call bullshit him. I've been saying it for years because it's Fox News, but I mean, he's right. I mean, look, nothing's hack-proof. I mean, let's not get carried away. But at the same time, it's like the DNC obviously didn't fucking even take the shit seriously. I mean, look at Hillary's private email server.
The phishing scam that they apparently fell for was just ludicrous. It was practically Nigerian prince level shit.
Well, yeah,
Hello,
social engineering.
DNC admin. I am Prince from Nigeria. Have $2,000 worth gold bar. Need to put in bank account.
We can't have Russia, North Korea, China, Iran, other foreign adversaries hacking into our government systems. So what has the Obama administration done?
Hold on a second, guys. I hear that Trump is giving a live speech right now.
Really?
Do you guys want to go see if we can check that out, if that's true?
Yeah, sure. Let me see if I can pull that up. I'm going to play this a little bit more. You guys can comment on it, and we'll see if we can make that happen.
Okay, cool.
In the past 8 years to stop this? Well, let's take a look at all the government agencies. Now, most of you do not know this. It's not being reported by the media. But let's look at the government agencies that have been hacked into since President Obama took office. Now, since 2009, look at this. Hackers have attacked the U.S. electrical grid. They have attacked the Pentagon's Joint Strike Fighter project. They have attacked NASA.
So, Scotty, I guess based on what you said earlier, you pretty much agree with what he's saying here.
Well, there's a distinction. Saying someone attacked something and they were successful are two different things.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean, look, why? Of course, these things are going to be attacked. Like most major websites, Google, Amazon, anything you visit on a daily basis is constantly being, hackers are looking for ways in because look, there's a lot of money.
Tallies, the vote totals, and so forth. And so
I don't see Trump making a speech on
the type
here.
of hacking that
It might be online or something.
Let me see.
Go to his Twitter because I'm sure they'd be promoting it there if he was making a speech.
Yeah. That is true, though. Like any piece, any computer that has sensitive information on it is going to be attacked at some point. It's just a matter of, what happens in that attack.
And at the same time, we've seen with Target, I mean, that's huge data breach. I mean, there's been so many fucking times that these retailers, online, retail, ATMs have been hijacked and a bunch of money's been stolen, a bunch of information's been stolen.
It's all bullshit.
I mean, pretty much anyone in this room given as information has probably been passed over at some point because they use one of these retailers or went to one of these places or used one of these online services.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so apparently, I don't know where you got that information from, but...
I just saw someone in the chat say it, so I thought it might be
What?
true.
You trusted the fucking chat?
Yeah, I just thought maybe they were saying he was giving a live speech, so I thought maybe he was. But apparently not, so...
You're an idiot.
You've been the victim of a ruse, TJ.
I was trolled once again.
All right, here's another video regarding... Here's another video regarding something that TJ recently made a video about, the kidnapping in Chicago. It's some people arguing about it on CNN.
I can't say that it's a hate crime because Chicago police won't.
We saw this.
Oh, did you?
They're still investigating it. They're not investigating. They're not done with their investigation. But when you look at this, Simone, they're saying F white people, F Trump. How can you say it's not a hate crime against a white person?
So first, I want to say this is absolutely sickening. It's unfathomable that so much hate and anger can fill up a person where they go out and they think that this is okay. And then it was stupid to do it on Facebook Live, but that's a whole nother story. So this is absolutely sickening. But I'm going to say something that's probably not very popular. We cannot callously go about classifying things as a hate crime. Motive here matters. So
callously?
Callously?
How is it callous to classify a hate crime?
In the face of overwhelming evidence, we're callously classifying this as a hate crime. Well,
I'm sure that if the situation was reversed, she would be like, I don't know. This is a head scratcher.
Well, not only that, this moron needs to read the statutes on what a hate crime consists of, because what she's saying is totally and utterly wrong. And of course, the hypocrisy is evident. If it was 4 white guys beating up on a black kid, and this was a major news story, she wouldn't be going, well, we need to hold off and wait, and let's not callously just jump to these conclusions.
I mean, it wasn't even just 4 guys beating up on a black. It's 4 guys beating up on a black kid and going, yeah, nigger, take that. Fuck Obama. Black people suck. White people rule. Yeah, she'd be on here going, let's wait, guys. Let's be measured. No, this is a hate crime. Move on. You know what I mean?
Was this for hate of Donald Trump, the president-elect, because of things that he has said, or was this for pure hate of white people? That matters, because if we start going around and anytime someone says something or does something really egregious, really bad, and sickening,
what does this statement mean? I'm hitting a white person or a black person. I go, fuck black people, fuck black people. Are you going to really question what I mean by that? What does that mean? What is he saying by that? What does that statement mean? Fuck Obama, fuck black people.
I love how she claims there's some great distinction between whether or not they were beating up a white guy as a proxy for Donald Trump or beating up a white guy because he was white. I think it was both. But she seems to think that the distinction between those two things is real different. Like, oh, well, they grabbed that retard and beat the fuck out of him because of Trump. So, understandable there. Really?
This is yet another fucking crime we could pin on Trump, you guys.
Well, TJ, you said it in your video. You basically said, look, taking this attitude of when, it's this, race, so it's, I'm not really going to say it's racist because I don't really believe that. I mean, obviously, she's probably one of the people. She's probably an SJW.
What I'm saying is anybody who has this double standard of, it's different when my race is the aggressor, or it's different when my race is the victim.
When anyone does this, when any person does, or groups of people commit acts like this, they're wrong. It's a no-brainer. no-brainer. You don't have to scratch. Oh, is it? I mean, arguing if it's a hate crime or not is irrelevant. A crime was clearly committed here. Most people do not, or are not going to fucking sit around and go, oh, you know, I think it's okay to do this. I mean, let's take a fucking survey. Who here thinks it's okay to kidnap a kid, beat the shit out of him, bind his hands, make him drink toilet water, you know, etc.? Who here? Do you agree with that? Is that a good idea?
Obviously not.
Okay, so we all agree that most people know and would consider that a crime or a criminal act, so it's not really a debate. This is a hate crime. This person has disabilities. They target him for probably because, you know, he's an easy victim. You know, a lot of people just see people like this as easy marks, like, oh, you know, we can do whatever we want, and he, you know, he has problems, so, you know, at some point when they decide to get rid of him, or they've, you know, they've run their course for their amusement, they just put him on the street, and, you know, what happened? I don't know.
You know, and if the neighbors hadn't called about the noise going on in the apartment where they were torturing him, I mean, who knows how much longer they would have kept him captive, or, you know, maybe it would have had an even darker ending. We don't really know.
They're so fucking dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I think in all the fucking hubbub about how evil these fucks are, we're kind of overlooking just how fucking stupid they are as well. To sit there and broadcast yourself live streaming
a crime,
like not even a minor crime either, like a serious, like possibly life in prison kind of crime. Like, here's me murdering someone. Here's me torturing someone. Here's me and my friends raping someone. Live stream that shit on Facebook. What?
Yeah, I mean, even ISIS covers their faces when they make videos beheading people and shit.
You motherfuckers got less sense than ISIS.
Yeah, ISIS covers their faces, and they're in some village 28 miles out of Kandahar where nobody's around. You know what I mean? Like, these kids are in an inner city. Like, ugh. I know it's all fun and games. We're, you know, making fun of Leslie Jones here, you know, arguing that this wasn't a hate crime. But it really, anybody that is, you know, trying to soften what this is almost as reprehensible as the retards that did it.
I mean, obviously, you have a special interest in something like this, having gone through a fairly similar experience yourself.
Right. Well, I wasn't taped up and tortured, you know, but I was held
You were
against
held
my
captive
will.
at gunpoint, and, you know, your
you were threatened.
Threatened, yeah. I mean, I was psychologically tortured, if anything. But
Sure.
yeah, no. As a 36-year-old man, this has been 20 years now since that happened to me, and I still deal with it. So this kid will never probably recover from this 100%. He will always be changed by it. He'll always be marked by it. When somebody does something like that to somebody else, it's not a fucking joke, and you don't tippy-toe around it.
And I don't know. I mean, I heard. I don't know the extent of this person's disabilities, but you know, they found him afterwards, just kind of roaming the street outside, because apparently when they got wind the cops were coming, they just threw him out, hoping that, you know, he would just leave, I guess. The cops found him wandering around, bleeding and confused, and not communicative, like not able to even relay what he'd just been through because he was so fucking traumatized by it.
Yeah, well, I can relate, and it fucked up.
Yeah. In connection with the president-elect, or Donald Trump, or even President Obama for that matter, because of their political leanings, that is slippery territory. That is not a hate crime. Hate crimes are because of a person's racial ethnicity, their religion, their gender, a disability.
I mean, no, bitch. You know, this is pathetic.
He did have a disability, by the way. Though.
This is a pathetic defense of something, and it's really sad that you have groups of people whose ideology is so poisoned their ability to reason, that we're going to honestly defend this action in any capacity and go, well, I mean, come on, is it really about Trump? What is it? I mean, no, you can see the evidence. You can see what's happened here. And
you can't get any more brazen than beating someone and explicitly stating, I am doing this because you are white.
The point is that this is the extreme we have in America, where someone does something racially motivated, and because they're black, it's like we have the toe-tempt, oh, well, I mean, it's really reprehensible, and there's tons of evidence, and it's... No, what they did was fucking wrong. Stop fucking sitting around fucking making these bullshit excuses for something you know is wrong. You're such a fucking liar. This person is a total liar and a scumbag.
You know what the sad thing is that everything Scotty's is saying is in her best interest. Even if her fucking view of this is poisoned by some racial bias that makes her believe that black people are not capable of a fucking hate crime, does she not see that going on national news and defending these fucking people who took a possibly retarded person and tortured them doesn't make her movement or whatever it is she's trying to advance look better? Ugh.
Almost as dumb as those fucking kids.
Political leanings, because someone doesn't like your political leanings,
is
maybe
almost
something
just
bad
as
to you.
damning.
That is not a
But
hate
Alice,
crime.
even hate crime.
All right, so
yeah, that was hideous. Just disgusting.
Here's the story about the Fort Lauderdale shooting.
Cool.
Graphic content. It's crazy.
You can see it just looked like a war zone in here. Suitcases everywhere, but food on the floor, hats in the middle of the ground. Nothing to be claimed. It was just a really surreal experience.
Huh. So he's like a Hispanic guy.
Yeah, I heard a little bit more about this story on Reddit.
Yeah, actually, we have some live news.
Oh yeah, we could play.
There's going to be a conference actually.
Airport shooting news conference is coming up, I guess.
Yep.
So maybe we'll be able to catch that before the end of the show.
Yeah. Do you want to see? They're talking about it right now. Actually,
let's take a peek in on CNN.
All right.
They get people out quick enough. Were they communicating to the public about what to do? You certainly had people on over the last couple hours saying they were left in bathrooms, they didn't know what to do. So look, these are horrible cases, but the only silver lining in them is, at least for the public, is to learn something to try to minimize the risk that the public might face in the future. Because unfortunately, these cases are almost impossible to stop all of them.
Yeah.
And Tom Fuentes, we've seen again. We hope to hear more details about what may have been the motive tonight. But everything at this point it seems to be focused on mental health issues, and it looks like authorities now are heading toward the news conference area. So let's just listen in
So here it
as
comes.
they begin this news conference.
Oh yeah, here we go.
We've been, waiting for.
Let's take a look at this.
To recap the events of the day, and then I'll turn the conference over to the airport director, Mark Gale, and then we'll conclude with the FBI SAC, George Pirro, and then the three of us will take any questions. The day began around 12:55 p.m. when an American subject by the name of Esteban Santiago landed in the Fort Lauderdale Airport Terminal 2 on a flight from Minnesota, Delta flight from Minnesota to Fort Lauderdale. He eventually retrieved a firearm and began indiscriminately shooting.
Oh,
This
shit.
cowardly, heinous act resulted in the deaths of 5 people. There were 8 more people injured by way of gunshot that were transported to local hospitals. There were at least 30 to 40 more people who went to the hospitals for various injuries, falling, contusions, broken bones, strains, sprains, and things of that nature. The subject was immediately taken into custody by Broward Sheriff's deputies without incident. The subject was interviewed extensively by a team of FBI agents and Broward Sheriff's deputies. The subject is now in federal custody, and SAC Pirro will be speaking about that in a few moments. The subject, at this point, as I said, is an American citizen.
Tell us what he said.
And the investigation continues. We've bussed maybe thousands of people from off of airplanes, from baggage, waiting in lines, to the port. They're at Terminal 4 at the port. The Red Cross and many, many other agencies are coming together to assist these people. As tragic as this incident is and continues to be, I've never been so proud of local, state, and federal law enforcement.
Oh, God.
The FBI.
All right, so is the FBI guy going to talk or what?
I don't know.
I think the airport director is going to talk, and then the FBI is what he said.
What I know about this guy, though, is that apparently, I guess I don't know it, but I've heard it reported that he heard voices in his head telling him to join ISIS, and he believed that his brain was under the control of the State Department and stuff like that.
Well, the really interesting thing about this incident is that, there's called, like an airport is not a target. Oh, this guy's going to talk, so.
All right, let's hear what he has to say.
Director. First, I'd like to say again, on behalf of Broward County, the administration, our mayor, county commissioners, and express our condolences, our sympathies, keep our thoughts and prayers with those that lost their lives here today, as well as their family and friends. Truly a horrific incident. As the sheriff has said, we had a number of individuals that were not only stuck on airplanes, planes that had landed, but as well as some that were on the gates that were not permitted to leave right after this incident occurred. We had a number of individuals that evacuated out of the terminal onto the apron areas. We've been working most of the day to make sure that everybody was obviously safe and secure. Once we received that word from our...
that's one place you don't normally expect some shit to go down. Like
an airport,
Yeah, because there's so much security there.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say there's something called a soft target, which is easy targets. An airport is not considered that, especially after 9/11. Because... Oh, go ahead.
Still managed to shoot 5 people.
Is what that first story said true? Did he ship a bag? He declared a gun on his checked baggage.
Yeah, and that's what the false flaggers are going to go after too.
Right, but here's the thing though. Is that even okay? So you can put a gun in your checked baggage.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So that makes basically the baggage claim area, which is one of the most fucking congested areas in an airport, a shooting gallery, kind of, basically, for psychos. Why are we allowing?
Well, he proved that today.
If you need a fucking gun where you're flying, mail it registered mail ahead of time somewhere where you can fucking pick it up. Why are you why are we allowing people to fly with guns?
Well, that's what I'm saying. When the conspiracy nuts get a hold of this, they're going to say this is the government staging this incident so that they can prevent us from bringing guns in our fucking our checked luggage.
Right. That will be the claim that the false flaggers make, because nothing is real. It's all just the government trying to take away freedoms. Instead of doing it the normal way, they create these elaborate hoaxes. Instead of trying to change the laws to benefit them, they just make elaborate hoaxes.
Yeah, because we elected Trump.
Yeah.
We have a Republican Congress. We have a Republican Senate.
Sheriff's Office in this investigation. We have begun the difficult task of processing the crime scene.
Obama just trying to get one last false flag in there.
The deceased and making the proper notification to the family members. As you can imagine, with this type of investigation and this type of incident, it is a long-term, very difficult, complex investigation that requires us to pursue all leads and avenues. We are conducting the investigation not only here in South Florida, but in several other states as we try to pursue the suspect's activities leading up to today's horrific incident. The subject is in federal custody. As the sheriff mentioned, a long interview was conducted of the individual by the FBI and Broward Sheriff's Office, and he will be charged federally and most likely will have his initial appearance in Broward on Monday. Again, as I mentioned, with these types of incidents, as horrific they are, we are looking at all avenues. We have not ruled out terrorism, and we will be pursuing every angle to try to determine the motive behind this attack and any associates, any connections, communication, everything that you can imagine. I assure we are pursuing
this is the flaw of reactionary policy.
What I heard is that sorry, you go ahead. Sorry.
I said this is the flaw of reactionary policy, which is basically the only policy we have with guns, is that someone has to actually do something with a gun, as in threaten people, kill people, murder people, hurt people with guns, and then we do something. Oh, okay, now we have to do something about this person with a gun. We have all these mental health problems, in our country that we don't really do anything about. We have crazy people that have guns, and they can go do this. And they're saying, oh, we can't. Like they were saying on CNN before they went to this news conference, oh, there's not much we can do, and try to prevent these attacks. And it's like, yeah, there are things we can do to prevent these attacks. We're just unwilling or unable to do them. So they're just going to keep happening, and there's not much reason to even be worried about it. That's why I don't worry about these attacks. Yeah, it could happen to me. It could happen to anyone, but what are we going to do? Our country's made the decision, or at least the people in power have made the decision that nothing should be done because we have the Second Amendment and people have a right to own guns. Virtually, they could be insane. It doesn't matter. And the argument, of course, is we're going to hear, on that, oh, well, then criminals are going to have guns. People are going to get guns if they want guns. It's like, that's true. If someone really wants a gun, if someone really wants a gun, they can probably get a gun. However, we don't use that with other laws. Well, people are going to murder, so we should allow murder to happen. Oh, people are going to rape, so there's no way to prevent rape. We have to allow it.
Here's Mike Pence talking about the Russian hack scandal thing that's going on right now.
We did this afternoon complete an extensive briefing from the leaders of our intelligence community. It was, as the President-elect said, it was a constructive and respectful dialogue. And the President-elect has made it very clear that we're going to take aggressive action in the early days of our new administration to combat cyber attacks and protect the security of the American people from this type of intrusion in the future. But I know the President-elect appreciated it.
You guys realize this is the real president, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure everyone knows that.
He will slowly become Palpatine the older he gets.
The weakest link is not the technology, it's the people. People have been social engineered. There's a guy named Kevin Mitnick who basically was a master at doing this, at manipulating people to get what he wanted. And that's the best way to hack people. It's not, oh, I'm gonna come up with something clever exploiter. I'm gonna look at that. Yeah, that does happen. But it's stupid people. It's, you gotta call, oh, we need that code sent over right away, and then someone's going, oh shit, I'm gonna lose my job if I don't send this guy these files or this access, so they send it on over, or they fall for a phishing scheme, or they fall for some other type of fucking scam.
That's what happened with the DNC. It was a phishing scheme.
Like most hackings that happen due to direct human error. Somebody allowed somebody access to something they shouldn't have had, and that's it.
The presentation made by the leaders of our intelligence community, and I know the President-elect and I both appreciate the sacrifices that the men and women who serve in our intelligence services around the country and around the world provide in contributing to the safety and security of the American people.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but what about what Donald's saying? Yeah, well, Donald's just going to say what the fuck he wants because he doesn't give a shit.
Government has just released the declassified intelligence report blaming Russia for cyber attacks during the 2016 presidential race. This has been a great deal of anticipation for this for some time, and I just want to draw your attention to a few headlines from this. It says that Vladimir Putin aspired to help Donald Trump win the election. Reading these pages here, first of all, they make clear at the top that this is intelligence, it's classified, we can't lift the veil on everything, but we're going to, in effect, tell you as much as we can. That stood out to me. We assessed that Putin and the Russian government aspired to help President-elect Donald Trump's election chances here. What other headlines come out at you from this report?
Well, it talks about the range of motivations here, and as you point out...
So how much do you think was actually done, and do you think there's even really an effect?
I have not read the report, but I'm hearing from some people that they consider it kind of a joke. Like, a lot of it seems to be about Russia Today, and like, look at how Russia Today has infiltrated society.
Well, here's the head scratcher. Oh, okay, so you're saying
that to do with it?
That the fact that they released things that the DNC actually did hurt Hillary? Or are you saying that, are you saying that Hillary should have won if this had never happened? Or what do you... No. Hillary lost to a fucking demagogue who was just better at fucking playing the crowd than she was. That's all political elections are about. Who do you like more? Who's going to vote for you? And Donald Trump in the states he needed to win focused on the states he needed to win. Because Donald Trump wasn't going all over the fucking South or places he knew he was going to win. He was in Ohio, he was in Pennsylvania, and he was selling this narrative, I'm going to turn things around, I really care about the economy here. And he was telling people a message they wanted to hear, which is, look, these states have been fucking battered. They've lost so many jobs. People are not doing well in Ohio. People are not doing well in Pennsylvania. And Donald Trump's message appealed to them. That's why he fucking won.
No, it was Russia.
Oh, well, no, it was Russia.
Vladimir Putin just waved his pixie dust over America, and we went to a hypnotic state.
If Russia has this kind of influence over elections, why not just pick a fucking Russian puppet? That's just going to be Putin is now the president of America.
Well, that's the Democrats are trying to push the narrative that Trump is a Russia puppet. That's what they're trying to do.
The big hack that they were implicated in,
come on,
it may have swung public opinion. The revelation that the DNC conspired against Bernie Sanders, right?
Which they did.
Right, which they did. That's the point. It's like, okay, so the Russians hacked, like, yeah, man, we got to go after these Russians because they showed the American people all this shady fucking bullshit we're doing. No, that's not their fault. That's your fault for being a shady piece of shit.
Apparently not.
Yeah, they were mad. You know what the DNC is mad about? They got caught. That's why they're mad. They're fucking mad because they got caught. Oh, shit, someone knows what we're up to? Shucks. Oh, it's Russia's fault, though. It's not us for being douchebags and lying to the American people, which we always do, which all fucking politicians do.
I love this person in the chat's like, who the fuck cares? Trump is president. Move on already. It's like, okay, you apparently don't know how politics in America work because, this is never going to die.
Dude. This line of argumentation that they're using is like a bank robber, right? Getting caught and convicted by CCTV footage in the bank, and then going, man, this is about fucking cameras everywhere, man. Your whole life's on film, man. Cameras everywhere. No, you robbed a bank, retard.
Here's a Fox News story about how. The GOP's Obamacare plan could strip Planned Parenthood's funding.
Republicans plan to repeal Obamacare, and that will be no easy task. But with the GOP in control of Congress, they are hedging their bets and adding in legislation to strip Planned Parenthood of federal funding. The last time around, it was a losing battle, but as Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen reports, this time could have a different outcome.
11 words from House Speaker Paul Ryan reignited a major battle on Capitol Hill.
Well, Planned Parenthood legislation would be in our reconciliation bill.
That means congressional Republicans will use the Obamacare repeal effort as a vehicle for stripping Planned Parenthood, which carries out some 325,000 abortions a year of roughly $400 million in Medicaid funding the group receives for its other services, such as contraception and cancer screening.
We will fight that decision by the Speaker to defund Planned Parenthood, and you know what? The American people are with us.
Republicans and pro-life groups say the funding will go to local health care providers that steer clear of abortions. The Congressional Budget Office estimates...
Oh, God.
I love having other people's morality enforced upon me. That's just really wonderful. Thanks, GOP. I'm really glad that 3% of the services Planned Parenthood does are related to abortion services. The other 97%, fuck that, because they do this 3%. All the other healthcare services, bye-bye. Bye-bye to $400 million in funding.
I'm sure that $400 million is going to be directly reinvested to orphanages to handle all the unwanted children that are going to flood the fucking world because of this decision.
I love this guy in our chat saying, like, why come my tax dollars got to fund that abortion? Oh, you'd rather fund the unwanted fucking baby for his entire fucking life, you'd retard?
No, of course they don't. No, they don't. Of course they don't.
Because guess what? It's not rich people getting a bunch of abortions for the most part. It's poor people.
Yeah.
You know, I know you don't like poor people because they're a fucking drain on society, right? So
I say we get databases on every pro-life group and then sign them up for a fucking forced adoption program. Unwanted child needs a home. Guess what? You get it. Here you go. Now it's yours.
The cuts would impact 400,000 women.
They don't come to Planned Parenthood to make a political statement. They come because they need high-quality, affordable care, and we're proud to provide it to them. And for many of them, we are their only health care provider.
A similar effort by Republicans 1 year ago ended with a veto by President Obama. Among other promises to pro-life groups, President-elect Trump pledged in writing in September to defund Planned Parenthood. But just 6 months earlier, he was talking like this.
Look, Planned Parenthood has done very good work for millions of women. And we're not going to fund as long as
It's the first time I'd ever heard a Republican talk like this, too.
Yep.
you have the abortion going on at Planned Parenthood. And we understand.
Chris Christie, what the?
The reality. I mean, come on. The reality is the Republicans are looking at the makeup. They're looking at the makeup of the Senate, and they're using this this Planned Parenthood issue to just put pressure on so they can get Obamacare repealed. Is what they really want. But they're just going to be like, you know, we want to repeal Obamacare.
I love the look on his face.
I know, dude. I love that we're watching this clip again because, like, watching
Chris face, dude.
Yeah, Chris Crispy's "my career is over" realization face again, dude. I love it.
It ain't like Trump. It ain't like Trump rewarded Christie or anything.
Fuck no, kick him to the curb. He's like, good dog. Oh, I don't need you anymore. Go on.
And I've said it loud and clear. And we'll see what happens.
Still, pro-life advocates expect the next president to make the defunding and his other pledges a reality.
We got those in writing, a letter from him, and we're looking forward to him holding good on his pledge to defund Planned Parenthood and redirect those monies to facilities that will provide concrete.
Yeah, these facilities.
I just hate these fucking people. Stay out of other people's pussies, please. Could you just do that? Could you moralize about your own pussy and leave everybody else's alone, please?
Stay out of other people's pussies?
Nope.
Yes. Why are they trying to get up in everybody's pussy now? Like, that's the only space that Jesus isn't in. So we got to fill everybody's pussies with Jesus now? Come on.
Filling pussies for Jesus.
That puts the weirdest fucking, like, image in my head. Jesus just filling pussies left and right.
Dude, you know what? Like, we got, like, even men, we gotta stand firm for this. Because I know some guys are out there going like, well, I don't have a pussy, so what do I care? But your asshole's next. Do you think they're not going to come for your asshole?
Well, someone in the chat said they got their vasectomy through Planned Parenthood. So I guess...
Wrong.
If that's true, then they help men already.
Guys, time to drop the act. Planned Parenthood is just an abortion factory. It's
and then they sell the baby parts.
Yep, and then it's just selling the baby parts, baby products. You know, it's good for your skin, the stem cells.
I mean, all you got to do to confirm this is go to your local Planned Parenthood and go around back where the dumpster is, and there'll be a big metal chute spewing gore out of it all day, just chunks of baby.
Like a fucking slaughterhouse.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a baby slaughterhouse. Let's be honest.
Comprehensive health care for women.
Polls show most Americans do want women under certain conditions to have access to abortions, but 1 in 5 voters, according to the November exit polling data, cited Supreme Court nominations as their #1 issue. And such voters went heavily for Donald Trump, who promised to appoint pro-life justices.
So you're telling me that the American people routinely vote against their best interests? Crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Planned Parenthood will sell you some fetal shampoo, dude.
So these are people...
Fetal gel shampoo makes your hair shiny.
It says Facebook Live function raises ethical questions. Is Facebook Live ethical? So we're blaming Facebook Live...
No, that's
for
ridiculous.
The disgusting act of those people.
Is this really a news story?
Anthony, Professor, thank you so much for joining us and to help us sort of make sense of this really horrifying incident. What are your thoughts on the role Facebook plays in all this?
What? None. All right, none. There you go. We solved it. Case closed.
Facebook is a platform that people do tons of things on. Look, there's been plenty of illicit shit done on it, but...
Are they just looking...
I mean, I could take a Polaroid picture of a birthday party or a fucking gang rape. It's not the Polaroid is just documenting what's already there.
Is the camera responsible?
It's not fucking responsible for what it shows.
Yeah, no, Kodak's responsible, TJ. Anytime someone's taking pictures of child sex acts, That's actually Kodak's fault, or whatever camera
it's the camera's fault.
Yeah, the camera shouldn't have been taking those pictures.
It kind of seems like they're just trying to blame anything but the people.
It kind of seems like they're just trying to fill fucking time on their network because
But
they don't
that
have anything
too,
better to
like,
fucking do.
They're trying to make excuses like, you know, maybe if Facebook Live didn't exist, this wouldn't happen.
Yeah, they streamed 30 minutes of a 48-hour incident.
It's even worse than that, though. It's not even that they're trying to make excuses for the people who did the crime or ignore them. They're trying to obfuscate the fact that these people, the kids that committed this crime, had their heads filled with this kind of rhetoric by a movement that has been around and has been under critique for a very long time. Like this, they didn't invent kill all white people, okay?
No.
But I can almost guarantee you they heard it from somebody. They heard it somewhere.
The girl on the left looks baked as fuck right now.
It probably is.
I would be
shit.
if I had to do this stupid shit.
Well, first and foremost, Facebook has to take responsibility for the fact that it's created this product. To some extent, you have platforms like Facebook that want to claim that they're just reflecting what society already is, but we really have to acknowledge the fact that we're also creating what society is, and we're providing incentives, and we're encouraging people to do things that they may not have otherwise have done because of the products that companies like Facebook
So this is
offer.
basically just some false cause bullshit. Well, people are incentivized to try to get attention. People have always wanted fucking attention, you retard. What are you talking about? It's Facebook Live's fault that they did it. Oh, well, they wanted attention.
Hey, remember how before we had mass media and like ways to stream ourselves doing stuff? Remember how no one ever did anything violent or horrible back then?
Never happened.
Remember how back
there was
in those
nobody
days it was just
watching, yeah.
peace and one because you know it's like why even bother murdering a bunch of people if no one's gonna watch?
You're saying that Facebook should assume responsibility as a media platform.
What?
We did get a statement from a Facebook spokesperson who said,
Oh my
quote,
God.
we do not allow people to celebrate or glorify crimes on Facebook and have removed the original video for
Facebook,
design,
Facebook cracked down on
and
it. They
we
don't
also
want their
know that they
platform being
avowed
used
to
this way.
crack down.
And if you read the terms of service for Facebook, this is explicitly banned by Facebook. Facebook wants no part of people doing this. No, they're not sitting there in California going, huh, yeah, oh, people are being beat. Well, are we making money? No one wants this shit on these sites. No, yeah, you could say it's encouraged, yeah, because someone is seeing something they would never normally see. Of course people are going to be drawn to this kind of thing. Look at the media firestorm around this. Look at how many people are talking about this, of course. But that doesn't mean that the platform is responsible for that. It's the actions of these people that's responsible for that.
This is a garbage
and
news
remove
story.
violent
No,
imagery.
it's total
but
shit.
in your view, is that enough?
Well, I think it really can't even be a question of whether it's enough. We're talking about measures that are taken after the fact. The entire point of Facebook Live and all of these live
isn't she at the
streaming services is
headquarters of Facebook? Or no, she's a law professor. Like, they couldn't get her a better fucking mic than the webcam mic to be on fucking the news?
I guess not.
No.
Why would you bother for this guest to get them a good mic so I could hear their bullshit more clearly?
Why would you bother putting this guest in a fucking news story? Why would you bother doing this news story, period?
It's CNN, dude.
This is just wrong.
and there's really no way to stop them once they go viral. So when you have Facebook and other companies saying we're going to do something after the fact, even if it's quite effective, even if it's quite principled, this is all happening quite a bit too late.
But of course the news bears no responsibility for showing this very video they're talking about.
Right.
As this bitch is talking.
Yeah,
The
Facebook
news
took
is
the video down. It's you fucking cunts that are playing it every 15 seconds breathlessly.
Yeah, what the fucking shit, dude?
I mean, that's what this news story is, isn't it? Just another vehicle so you can show this shocking footage again.
Of course.
Yeah, and now we want to just prevent this timeline of violence on Facebook Live from extending, going on even further. Again, Facebook, along with other social platforms, has promised to monitor violent content, but, you know, it's such a huge global platform. Some are saying it needs to hire editors, human editors,
the news
to
media?
supervise.
What is she talking about?
The news media streams violent content like, you know, war correspondence.
Maybe that's what they don't like. Maybe they're just like pissed that there's so much competition for them now.
Yeah, we wish that psychopaths would upload their crazy, heinous crimes straight to CNN servers so we could use it immediately.
Live content in real time, but given what
Quit
it is,
putting on
can that
Facebook.
even
Send
be
it to
done?
us. We
I
want
think it's almost an
exclusivity.
insurmountable task, as you're suggesting. And one of the most interesting
You
things
just
about
said
that
it. It's an
discussion
insurmountable
is that the one
task.
question that isn't being asked by Facebook or other companies is whether they should have this product at all. There seems to be an underlying assumption that we need to have this because we can have this, and then to talk about ways that we can make
You're an idiot.
worse effects.
So they shouldn't be able to have it.
This
I
is the
mean,
worst kind of idiot.
I know.
To question whether Facebook, look, there's been live streaming, there's been webcams for years. People have been doing heinous shit online for years.
Yeah, why not get rid of Skype, which is what you're talking on?
Yeah.
People could stream heinous acts on there.
Yeah, has anything bad ever happened? Have any crimes been committed or planned on Skype? Skype really needs to crack down on people planning crimes through it. Oh, we need to really crack down on that. You know, this is such a stupid. This is like the worst slippery slope kind of fucking shit you can even imagine.
I can't even believe this is a real story.
It is. Thanks again, CNN.
Wow. CNN is truly despicable.
You guys are doing a great job, man. CNN, thank you for keeping the American people informed with hard-hitting news content.
I wish we could invade CNN.
Should Facebook Live even exist? Riveting.
Yeah, give us CNN for 24 hours, man.
Yeah, I'd
We'll
rather
take
get
it
rid
new
of
places.
CNN than Facebook Live, honestly.
Agreed.
Hashtag fucking, what do we say, destroy CNN? Or
Yeah, invade CNN.
Hashtag invade CNN. I don't know how we do that, though.
Storm the headquarters.
You ever seen the
Atlanta.
movie Airheads? Kind of like that.
We could, we could make a sequel to Airheads 2, The Drunken Peasants.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Someone get to work on that fucking script. That is gold.
If you write it and raise the money for it, we'll star in it for a modest fee.
Fuck it, for a couple $1 million, we'll actually go do it. We'll make it a real-life documentary, dude. We'll storm the fucking headquarters of CNN and take over the broadcast.
Well, then they really would make a movie about us.
Here's some people debating the Trump wall concept.
Juan Williams, I'm just confused about why this keeps coming up, because, you know, he has spoken in detail about this. This isn't an actual wall. It's more like a fence. There's more than 1,000 miles of... I mean, you've got to look at where the areas of force and how he will address it. Why nitpick?
I find this whole conversation delightful. I'm tempted just not to say anything, just to let it
No, that's not why you're here. You need
But I got to tell you, this is three-card Monty. This is what it is.
I don't play cards. What?
He's three. You know, where we go out on the street here in Times Square, they move the cards around. They say Donald Trump, right from the start of his campaign, said, I'm going to build a wall, and guess what? And then the crowd would roar back, Mexico's going to pay for it.
They are.
Okay, but you know what? The idea is just what you said. Melissa, you were on target. It's not dummies. Everybody said Mexico, he's going to make Mexico pay for this wall up front. Instead,
no,
what
not
we're
up
talking...
front. Not up
front.
front.
You see,
when
you're
did
gonna play
anyone ever
games.
use the word up front? Play the clip for me. When it said up front.
That's we're gonna split hairs about the word up front. He never said up front. Come on now,
dude. Politics is
he
all
never said
games.
up front.
It's all games and semantics. What is this guy even talking about? I mean, look, the debating the wall is stupid. The wall is going to be ineffectual even if it's built.
Yeah. I don't think it'll... I think he made it sound like at first it was going to be like the Great Wall of America, you know, like to keep out all the Mexicans. It was going to be this like towering, giant, massive...
But you're forgetting, Ben, it's going to have a big, beautiful golden door in it, okay? A big, beautiful golden door.
And that door, which is called giving someone a visa overstays are most people who actually get into the country and
Well, we
stay.
ain't going to issue so many of those.
Oh well, I mean, yeah. If you said you were going to issue less visas and you were going to basically just have an armed border where it's like we're just going to build fences and have the military
Helicopters
patrolling,
and drones and shit flying around.
The minute the Mexicans cross into our soil,
laser grid.
hellfire missile them. Bow, bow. Those thermobaric fucking explosions, they'll be good.
Guards posted every 10 feet.
Listen, one of the best things about Donald Trump is he speaks in very clear, direct language to the American.
He speaks in such clear, direct language that an entire panel of people is debating what he really meant. That makes sense.
See what Trump meant? He fucking said something that appeals to a lot of fucking idiots. That's what he said.
A bunch of very nicely dressed people, TJ. Look at them.
They're very dressed. Yeah.
They're all very nicely dressed.
They're very dressed.
No fucking pants for women at Fox News.
That should be the law.
It is the law at Fox News.
And I mean, for America.
And so what they're talking about now is three-card Monty. in which we go back to 2006, and George W. Bush had a law approved and some funds approved for building a fence.
Which
or
President
Obama
voted for, correct?
Yeah,
That's
okay.
the secure
so they're
fence
going
act.
back to, why am I talking about that?
Yeah.
Because they're going back to that funding.
All right, so whatever.
All right, so it is now time for Friday ball washing,
where we thank our patrons.
Yeah,
wash those balls
above a certain dollar amount. What dollar amount?
25 and above.
25 and over patrons.
So we're gonna have TJ start off here. Let's see. I'm gonna make this larger for you.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Wash those balls, TJ.
Wash them good.
Slowly.
Wash them.
Slowly.
Yeah, that's right. Roll them around.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Play with the balls. Tickle the balls. Luis Miguel.
Go back to Mexico.
Fucking Mexican. Get on the other side of the wall, Mexican. Orion. I used to love your movies. RoboCop. It's pretty awesome. Chris Panetta. Agnostic Plague Doctor. Logan Hugeny Clark.
He has a cool YouTube channel.
Yeah, cool. Rock on. I don't know how it's pronounced, but I'm a moron, so what does it matter? Stephen Porter, Nicholas Manzarez. Oh, wait. Manzanares.
Yeah.
Sorry. Nick the Mad Gypsy. John Pritchett. Shirt Guy. Thank you for having an easy name, Shirt Guy.
You know what? And this next one has a special message attached to it. Yeah. So
Your best friend, Paul.
Yeah, Paul. He just wants you to know that he has a
loves you.
video here for you if you want to check it out. He's sorry that you've had a bad day, and he's been there before, and maybe this video might make you happy.
So, Paul, if you want to go check right now, check that.
day.
All right. Anyway.
All
next
right.
one.
Jacob Santos, the Meds Peds, Sam Grazer, Wes Lindstrom, Mortified Penguin, Stuart Nurse, Angelo, Mr. Vat Needle. Magically Duplicious, awesome.
Yeah.
Drake Winberg, Jack Maitland, Vandalia 1998, Angelo Pericilli, Metal King 24, Duke Snuggles, Minx, Stuart Robertson, Danielo Soares, Morgan, Tyler Bennett, Jeremy Stuteville,
some steam, Bennett,
Phil Slivkov, Nathaniel Morrow, Lawrence Roxas, Comrade Kenny, Fatwat at Al Garbaji.
What?
That's awesome.
Garbaji.
And that's a new one, so thank you.
Mojo Murphy, Daniel Warren, Bazad Bloodaxe, Johannes Mangotson, Brandon Schultz, Christopher Svan, Jordan Bird, Robert Travis Allen Beard, Jeffrey A, Eric Baker, Jacob Henson, Zachary W. Hayter, Christy, Cara L. Bullerman, Aaron Fleck, Christopher Turton, Jeremy Moen, Skeptical Jesus, Michael Logan, Brock Shamblin, Dan, Dakota Weigel, Stephanie Smiley Face.
Yeah, Stephanie Smiley
Matt
Face.
Mole, Kelly Nelson, Carl Dwayne Moore, Vladimir the Inhaler, John Hassam Kwazakwi, Nikolai
Broski.
Bernab Rayo, Lawson's Creek, Kelsey Dodds, Jacob Ariel Floyd.
Wow, there's so many of these now.
I Eat Babies, Kyle Kapler, Zila 67, David Scott Paget, Isaiah Narvaez, and Brent Myran.
Yeah.
Brent Spiner.
Narvaez?
Narvaez, is that what it is? Isaiah Narvaez. That's a cool name.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Thanks to all of you.
Can't even hold his piss
if you
for
would
5 minutes.
If you would like to be a patron, we will have an
Get your
annotation
name butchered by
listed
me.
here. Yeah, there's many other rewards that the ball washing people also qualify for.
Oh yeah, tons of them.
So
Private shows, special
Commentary?
commentaries.
And some other hangouts too, I think. Yeah.
No. The
Hangouts are 50. That's right.
Yeah, man, the hangouts can be cool too. You know what? We may have to look into more slots.
More sluts.
I will tell you this: I've been hanging out in the DP Discord, and they people want more slots, man.
More
people
slots.
are looking to get into that hangout, man.
Oh, yeah, they want to get in there.
Yeah, because there's only 10. If we do like an hour and a half long hangout and just kick the most boring people, which, by the way, if you come into our hangout, you're going to be abused. But it's a loving abuse.
It's a loving. It's like being. It's like, you know, it's like if you have an abusive husband that comes home and beats
I
the
miss
shit
the
out of you.
bunyip.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
He died.
Oh,
he died of AIDS.
Did he discover
his
sex?
balls blew up from no sex.
Yeah.
His testicles exploded from never getting any release.
Oi.
Oi, my fucking balls blew up, mate. My fucking balls blew up right in me sack, mate. What the fuck?
God damn it, Scotty.
Oh, fuck.
I gotta call UN Paul out right now, dude.
What's up?
What did I do?
What do we do
No,
now?
I'm calling. No, well, yeah, I'm calling both you guys out because you know what, you fucking motherfuckers, especially you, Paul, with your fucking cheating ass with the fucking drinking contest. So next month, bitch, it's time for the rematch. You've been lucky.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's time.
So if you guys sign up now, the Patreon show for February, there will be a drinking contest. We are also going to do one this month too.
I want to do like a fucking tournament style drinking contest.
I want to go bowling, man. We should totally go bowling on Periscope sometime. Just set
Paul
up a
owes
phone
me.
like right there.
You fucking owe me, Paul, you cheating sack of shit. Drinking
Alright.
fucking water. Well, guess what? There's going to be an official drink pour. I don't know who it's going to be, but there's going to be. So we're going to get somebody because I don't want any
I
more
was
fucking
protecting
cheating.
myself. You guys would have fired
I don't
me if
want any
I
more
would have told you
cheating.
I had no booze.
You're a piece
You
of
know what,
shit,
Paul? No, I would have understood. Because we could have postponed. We could have told people stuff. We could have said, "Hey, look, Paul made a mistake." Paul, look, Paul, you know people in that area. You could have called someone up and said, "Hey, you guys have any liquor in any way?" You could have made it happen, Paul. Instead, you had to fucking cheat. And me and TJ were fucking, especially I was fucking puking, dude. I was fucking sick. And you're just sitting around, oh, no big deal. So I know you think it's a fucking joke, Paul, but it ain't a fucking joke. I want my goddamn
come on,
rematch.
Scotty. It was a long time ago.
I want my fucking
It was a long
rematch,
time
Paul.
ago, Scotty. Just come on down, dude.
And you know what? You can
Take it down a notch,
can
man.
bring your buddy. Come on, Scotty. Plumbo the Pounder. Because he's gonna get his ass pounded
listen,
too. I'll beat
man.
both of you.
Come on,
I'll
Scotty.
beat both of you in this fucking drinking
Dude, it's all right.
contest.
How about you versus Paul, and then I'll fucking play the winner, dude?
Oh, no. You're already in it.
No, man.
No, you're in it, TJ.
I think you gotta prove you're worthy to face me, man.
Oh, whatever, dude.
I'm the fucking
Paul's beat you a
champion,
number of times. That's not happening. You're
I'm
in
the
the
fucking
contest.
champion,
You're in
bitch.
the contest. No, then
Paul has never beaten me.
You can. Oh, look. I'll say this. You can go in. You can turn your glass over and go. I give up, and just give up immediately. That's fine. I'll accept that.
Look at this shit. Look at this retard.
Long dick.
Get Egghead 2 on here. No.
If it helps, I can send you a video of me jerking my 9-inch cock with Ben's mask, and you guys can critique it in your show for money.
Yeah, no thanks.
You could just send that to my inbox, I guess.
Huh? What the fuck?
I'll review it, and I'll see if it's Drunken Peasants show material,
Yeah,
special review.
Just bringing this up here. Yes, we are still pursuing legal action.
Still pursuing that legal
Of course
action.
we are. Believe us. We have not forgotten about what Tommy did and took this fucking channel offline with his, pretty much admitted false DCMAs.
DCMA?
Fuck Tommy.
If anyone's thinking we've gone soft on fucking Tommy, we got the channel back. No. Not at all.
No.
You know what?
Buy myself a
TJ?
DCMA.
Yeah.
TJ,
What's up,
you
Ben?
should send Paul another photo from
give me that
our
book.
favorite book.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna play the intro here.
All right, Paul. We've
Before we
looked
move
at
in.
we've looked at 13, and I think we looked at like 18 or something.
Yeah, I want chapter 2.
You want
Okay,
chapter 2?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I already know what you're talking about now. And it's time for everyone's favorite segment, or part of the show. Crazy people. That's it.
I love that scene at the end of the guy in the gimp mask going crazy in a room covered in glanders and boopers. Oh, that's good. By the way, this
Paul,
long...
you're pretty crazy yourself.
Go ahead.
I was just say, Paul, you know, we say we're covering crazy people, but pretty much everyone here is crazy, especially you, Paul. I mean, let's be honest. We've had many conversations, and this is not even kayfabe. Paul's like, I'm a little bit crazy, and I'm like, no shit, no shit, Paul. Right? That's what I said to him. He told me that one time. Like, I got up, it was me and Paul were just smoking at 3 in the morning. And Paul just goes on with his crazy tangents. He's like, you know, I'm a little crazy. And I'm like, Paul, you don't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't have to tell me you're crazy. I knew that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Paul turned me on to the vast liquor store conspiracy that the staff at the liquor store here is totally out to get us. So, you know.
Dude, and Paul will always, like, you'll come out and you'll be talking about something like,
what's going on?
And Paul will be like, yeah, man, I ain't saying nothing about, you know, like, whatever. I ain't a conspiracy nut or whatever, but, man, you know, that 9/11 stuff, you know, really, if you look at it close, you know, you got to look real close, and then you, it's like, okay, Paul.
Whatever,
but Paul, you know,
don't
I admit that. Just admit that you buy into.
You know,
some of that
I don't want to sound like a queer or nothing, but really like to blow you, man.
What? That's absurd.
Okay, you know what, Paul?
Like
me and you are on the same page with one thing. We both want to see humanity destroyed. I just want the board to come and assimilate us all, and you want the nukes to fly. So whatever.
Sure. I'd take the board too.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty interesting. I mean, we lose our ability to have, you know, free will, but I mean, eventually be part of the collective, so we wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, who cares?
All right, read us this shit.
All right, so chapter 2. Hi, studs and vixens. I love this marriage to Anita Sarkeesian since I transformed her into a maverick. What is that? I don't know. I'm a hopeless romantic, so I love to do romantic things with my Anita. I love candlelight dinners, poetry readings, and intimate conversations. She also seems to love all this stuff, but she loves the sex stuff most of all.
He loves the sex stuff most of all.
Even a stud like me struggles to please this horny nymph. But since I have had a positive attitude, I consider it an excellent challenge. When does she want to fuck me? Well, the better question to ask is, you guys want to guess what it is?
I have no idea.
When does she not want to fuck me? Anita would fuck me 24/7 if she could. Even studs like me have to sleep, not to mention write maverick books and advance radical politics. Ultimately, I love trying to satisfy this horny nymph. It's a fun challenge.
Nymph.
And next time we do this, we really need to put his picture up.
Yeah.
So people can visualize who's writing this and who's saying this. This stud.
I wonder how many books he has. Does he have any more?
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
There's tons.
Oh, yes. Yes.
How can this guy... I'm sorry.
Okay, look at a... I mean, where's a book?
TJ, let me ask you a question.
Here it is.
If you look in the mirror, do you think of yourself like, I'm a fucking stud, and then look at that guy and how he could think that?
This is what he considers a chapter.
Book. This is a chapter.
These are chapters.
How long is this book?
Every page is pretty much its own chapter.
This needs to be lit again.
Like, look at this. Look at this shit here. This is a chapter.
TJ, how long is this?
That's
like
a
20
fucking chapter.
Is this 20 pages, 30 pages? What is this?
The pages aren't even numbered.
It's a chapter that's a paragraph.
It's 25
long.
chapters, and the chapters are all
so
like
25
a couple
pages.
paragraphs. Only a few chapters are more than one page.
So maybe 30, you know, 1 pages or some shit.
All right.
It's not a book. It's barely. It's like fucking. It's a glorified pamphlet, basically.
Here we go. Here's the first video for crazy people. Uh-oh.
Quality, y'all. So, UHURU, my name is Gazi
Hey,
Cuzzo, and I am
Didn't we see this a minute ago with Trump
Party.
and Christie?
Not really. I mean, he's looking at him like he's in love. I mean,
well,
like,
yeah, different kind of look.
I
but very
I have a
similar.
feeling these two. I don't know. Like, I see romance brewing here.
And this over here, this male
he's not African.
toilet seat complexion individual, is actually my comrade. Oh my God, crazy, right? He's my comrade, and his name is
Jesse.
And he is.
We've watched this one.
No,
this is new.
No, this
Oh,
is
this is
brand new.
So he just cucks this guy multiple times in his videos?
Yep.
Oh, all the
Yep,
time.
okay.
all the time. This is
Wow.
just like little white slave.
This is
bitch.
on-call cuck, dude.
My name's Jesse.
I need a cuck. And then he just calls Jesse.
UHURU.
Yeah, Jesse.
Chair of UHURU Solidarity Movement.
UHURU. So Jesse, have you heard some of my people kidnapped one of your people, put him in a tub and beat him up a little bit. You know, they scraped him up a little bit, tied him, went on live stream and stuff about it. Have you heard about it?
I did. I heard about it.
Crazy, right? But actually it's not so crazy since, you know, your people built an entire capitalist, imperialist society on top of my people. You know, you want to talk about kidnapping and torture. Can we talk about the almost 700 years of kidnapping and torture of African people?
Oh my God! Why doesn't he get on his knees and blow him? Look at him, like, just look at him standing there, looking at him, like, yeah. Like,
Well, yet again, we're talking about two entirely separate things. We're talking about the slave trade, which has existed far before America was a country. I mean, this exists pretty much honestly, if we're being honest, it's probably existed since the beginning of humanity.
I'm sick of this Chris Tucker motherfucker, dude. I'm so tired of this fucking idiot. I wish.
was tired of him the first time I ever saw him, dude. I was tired of him the first time we ever fucking covered one of his videos.
What a reprehensible piece of backward shit. Oh my God.
The reason why I'm here speaking English in this fluent white girl tongue right now, is because my people, was kidnapped and tortured and was put into this system, okay? So if you want to talk about kidnapping and torture, then you need to talk about what built the United States of America, which was kidnapping and torturing, okay? And the torturing
Do you think when
Well, we have to be specific. Do you think that the entire nation, everything about our country was built purely on slavery? No, it was built on, I would argue to a greater degree, it was built on capitalism and exploitation. But capitalism by its very nature is exploitive.
Do you think the white guy likes to be told, like, how horrible he is when they're, like, banging each other?
Yeah.
Come here, you toilet seat complexion motherfucker. I'm gonna fuck you up your nasty K-Beast ass. Bring that big old nasty K-Beast ass over here. I'm gonna fuck you up your stinky white.
We're pretty sure that whatever his name is a bottom. Remember, TJ? We're pretty sure he's a bottom.
He might. I mean, maybe he's a.
Oh yes,
this dude had
Jesse.
Gazi Kazdo or whatever the fuck his name is. He has like some boyfriend that's like this giant muscle-bound black dude. So I'm assuming that dude is topping him because there's no way I can imagine it the other way around. But as far as this white dude is concerned, I think he's fucking this white dude in the ass.
Beta.
Goes on right now in America. When we have to watch television and see our children being murdered in the streets, being murdered in the playgrounds, being murdered in beds, getting their water poisoned, having their daddies and mommies pushed into these mass incarceration prisons, which is just, slavery 2.0. That's torture, okay? When you push a people and you take our resources away, our gold, our minerals, our diamonds, our lands away, and then force us to be submissive to you just to get a welfare motherfucking check, okay? That is torture. When we have to fight amongst each other.
What reality do you live in?
We force them to take welfare?
No one's forcing anyone to take welfare. They apply for it. That's how it works.
because they want it.
I know he also believes in reparations. I mean, he believes in a lot of stuff. But the real fundamental flaw in everything you're saying is that it basically removes any responsibility from you in any situation. It's saying, well, historically, these bad things happened. Because these bad things happen, that is just the status quo, and we have to accept that, and everyone from this group has to apologize to our group and do everything they can to better them. That makes no sense. That's not human nature. No one's going to do that. You're living in a fantasy world. What's going to incentivize every other group?
Sorry, but even if you bought into
do that,
even if you 100% bought into this fucking logic of his, if you can call it logic, that you would still have to, just for the sake of social cohesion, draw the line at it's acceptable for black people to torture white people.
Other just to live, when we have to rob each other just to live, just to eat, that's what you call torture, okay? So this whole moral equivalency that the colonial media, when I say colonial media, I mean cracker media, white media, imperialist media, white power media, capitalist, Media. That's what we're talking about, right, Jesse?
Yes.
And tell the people why.
I haven't heard much talking from Jesse.
Jesse is totally his bitch.
Jesse speaks when spoken to.
Yep.
As a white man fucking properly should.
People and the colonizer people not equal in this situation, because what they're trying to depict is these 4 African teenagers are just bad, horrible people, and this innocent white man.
They're not from fucking Africa.
Yeah, they're American teenagers,
Well,
and they are horrible people.
If you guys want to be technical, didn't all human life originate in Africa?
So we're all Africans.
We're all Africans, guys.
I see.
UHURU.
There's no such thing as the innocent white man, Jesse. Can you tell that to the people?
Yes, I mean, every dream and aspiration of every white person comes at the expense of every African person.
Every single one. Oh my fucking god, dude! Every single fucking dream or aspiration you have.
So some guy in Iceland who basically there's virtually no black population, his dream of being a fucking sheep farmer or something came at the expense of a black person somewhere. That makes no sense. How does that work? Where's the evidence for this? Where's the evidence for your statements, sir? Oh, there's none. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, that retarded kid that they beat up, his right to be beat up came at the expense of black people. Like what? Like no, dude. Ghazi, like what? Ghazi needs to get Steve Shives to come stand behind him for an episode.
Yeah.
Maybe that is just Steve with the hairpiece, dude.
It could be.
On the backs of African people. So an African person whose backs we sit on rises up and tries to push us off. That is not the same. You cannot judge that with the same moral compass as you would.
Oh my god!
So you're saying it's
yes, you can.
Yeah, you're saying it's not. You're saying basically if a white person did this, what you're rallying against the same acts. Kidnap, forced torture, all these things. But you're saying it's okay because they're oppressed. So.
Let's get Jesse to come on the show.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
In what world would that fucking
Let's get Jesse on the show. I mean, he's so enthusiastic, He's
a dynamo.
Yeah, I mean,
you really, the only reason we keep watching these videos is for the scintillating presence of Jesse. Sorry I stole your word, Paul.
Of course, you guys are only focusing on the white voice in this video. Of course.
Well, I mean, I can only relate to him because his skin is the same color as mine.
That's true.
Exactly, Jesse.
When I hear a white man say it, I believe.
See, when I hear him talking, I just hear blah 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 blah. Because I don't speak African.
Shut up. I'm just waiting for Jesse to talk.
Let the white man talk.
He was mentally ill. Colonizers can be mentally ill, and you're still a freaking colonizer.
Let Jesse
and
talk.
I don't really take mental illness or disabilities
Jesse.
of white people very seriously, because white people, they sneeze twice and all of a sudden they mentally ill and they got prescription drugs and shit, and they on Jenny Craig and Oprah shit talking about what they survived.
No one cares. The depths of your ignorance are astounding, Ghazi. Do you have? I mean, like, what? I would just love to go inside this guy's mind, because I don't even know what the fuck is going on to spew such nonsense. Like, he's an idiot. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Everything he says is half-baked. He throws out a bunch of fucking buzzwords that he's heard other people say. It's like, dude, you're not even getting the message of the groups you're supposedly part of representing correct. You're an idiot. You shouldn't be. They should put a muzzle on you and get someone else that's more fucking eloquent and coherent to actually fucking further these viewpoints.
Jesse,
dude. We need
Jesse.
Jesse.
I don't believe that. If you want to talk about mental illness, talk about African people who don't know where
Jesse,
not every issue.
Jesse, break your shackles and free yourself from your black master.
Yeah. Mental illness exists through all cultures. And
run,
all
Jesse, run! Oh no, Ghazi's sicking the dogs on you, Jesse. Keep running. Keep running, Jesse.
Don't know our land, don't know our language, don't have access to our own resources. Talk about that, okay? No one on this planet is more mentally abused than African colonized people who are on the bottom of the pedestal.
Notice he's not like in any hurry to move to Africa. We don't see him like trying to go there.
Strange.
Yeah, like his ancestors were. I mean, like His ancestors may have been treated poorly when they were brought here, but I think now, him being here, he benefits from that rather than living in Africa.
No.
Yeah.
Life is better in Africa, dude.
Yeah.
This entire thing you call capitalism, this entire thing that you call the white nations, what gives wealth to Europe, what gives wealth to Australia, Canada, and America. Okay, you want to talk about mental illness. Then let's talk about that, because white people don't have mental illness when it comes compared to an African. When it comes compared to an African who
are you just saying that? You're saying like they're Africans are just way more crazy than the craziest white person.
I
guess
guess you're good evidence for that, aren't you? Okay. Maybe you got something there. I don't know.
I mean, this is total fucking nonsense. What is this guy even talking?
We have way more mental illness than y'all. And look at me, for fuck's sake. Come on.
His take of this is almost like a pissing contest. It's like, oh, you think that's bad? What did you hear this? It's like, what? Why can't why can't slave trade be bad and why can't this be bad? I don't really get this with these people. Like I'm struggling. These SJWs who defend this or kind of going, oh, this is no big deal. Why can't both things be bad? Why have to live in a world where this is bad and this is good?
Yeah, it's not like there's not even a dichotomy there. I mean, you can condemn both things.
I know that TJ says that Jesse looks like he's in love, but every once in a while we pause and it looks like he's seeing for a brief moment his future with these videos flowing out there. You know what I mean? Like when he's in his 30s looking for a job and his name is attached to some crazy bullshit where he stood behind a black guy and acted like a fucking trained like dog.
To live a submissive, subhuman life to white imperialism every freaking day. When we can't even walk down these streets without thinking, is everything in place before I get stopped by a police officer? When we see lights are here, sirens
Is that my cue to nod? Jesse, keep nodding, Jesse.
You just see Jesse wanting to run, man. But there's obviously a dude with a gun standing.
Just
over there.
I wish there was a gun trained on Jesse right now.
There is, dude.
No, there's
Look
not.
at him. He keeps looking
right
over
off
like
camera.
He keeps looking off camera at something very worriedly.
No, that's the director giving him cues. Nod. Jesse, nod.
Nod.
Our heart races, our heart stops. This is why we have high blood pressure. This is why we have so many mental illnesses in the African community, okay? Can you talk something about this mental illness shit with white people?
Yeah, Jesse!
There are mentally challenged or disabled white people who are getting fucked over on this pedestal of the oppression of African people. It's not African teenagers that are responsible for that. It's this system.
Damn right, Jesse.
I want to slap the fuck out of him.
No, Jesse's right, you guys.
Yeah.
He's white, so he's right.
Oh, sure.
The same parasitic, vicious, violent, blood-sucking...
Come on, I want this guy to come on the show. It'd be so funny.
Dehumanizing system that has been causing death and destruction for the majority of the people on the planet. That's what, as an offshoot of that, white mentally challenged people and disabled people will have no social institutions that are there to protect them or to, assist them in their well-being. So the responsibility.
So is this him trying to moderate Ghazi's message here a little bit? He's like talking about because Ghazi's like, I don't give a fuck about white people. White people's mental illnesses don't matter. And he's like, well, there are mentally ill white people that are getting fucked over by this same pillar of oppression that's holding its foot on the black man, So, yeah, but there are, he said it like 3 times, there are mentally ill white people. Like he's trying to fucking correct the record a little bit.
Ostensibly, these guys use Facebook, they use YouTube, which are products of capitalism. Capitalism definitely has flaws. No one's going to deny that, but it's lifted It's lifted a lot of people out of total fucking poverty and misery. I think we've all seen evidence of that. So I mean, yeah, it's not perfect. There's definitely tons of flaws with any system that you're going to have.
Well, Scotty,
but at the same time,
look. In order to bring down the toilet seat complexion empire, you have to go into the cave beast's cave, okay? We can't just stand out on the corner in a grass skirt holding up a sign, okay? We got to go where the oppression is and use the tool of oppression against the oppressors.
Have they said which economic system they'd prefer?
Aquaba.
What?
You trade carvings from ivory tusks for goods and services. Aquaba, y'all.
But seriously, have they? Or have they just bashed capitalism?
No. They have no solution to replace capitalism. They just don't like capitalism because it's white, I guess.
Okay.
Rock on.
The U.S. government. If you're pissed off about any of what happened in that video, you should not point the finger at poor, powerless, impoverished, terrorized African teenagers, the real victims of torture. You should point the finger at the U.S. government and the system.
Exactly. And to anyone that wants...
Yeah, dude. The monsters that fucking tortured a kid. They're the real victims here. What?
Yep.
I mean, like, there's no amount of things that can happen to you in life that justify those sorts of actions. Like, period. There's no fucking excuse for that. White people don't make excuses for ourselves that way. So I don't see how that you can make an excuse for anybody just on the base. Like, yeah, they fucking abducted and tortured someone, but, you know, it was all fun and games, man.
Yeah. I've seen the video, and they show themselves as well as the kid that they're torturing, and they don't look like people on the ragged edge of society. One missed meal from starvation. You know what I mean? No. These kids have got a roof over their head. They're going to a public school. They're not under the boot of oppression.
Oh, but they are, though, Paul.
To, you know, put down these four African teenagers or talk shit about these four African teenagers. Because I see a lot of black people talking shit about these four African teenagers, saying, oh, why they're doing this, why they're doing that. These are not people that represent us and all this other kind of stuff. Sorry. What we should really be saying...
Those would be called the sane black people. What you're saying is just like batshit insanity. You're a fucking moron, dude.
He's just pulling the fucking old thing that all these, like, you know, black or white or whatever supremacist groups do, which is, oh, well, anyone that doesn't agree with us is a race traitor. Oh, you're black, you're a race traitor. You're supposed to just think like I think because we have the same skin tone.
You know, where are their leaders? Where are their leaders? Where are the African teenagers and African people who are upset and sick and tired of seeing our people being murdered every day? Where are leaders? They were assassinated by the U.S. government. Fred Hampton, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all of these are people that were assassinated. Huey P. Newton, assassinated. The assassination attempt of Assata Shakur that pushed her into Cuba and detached her away from her African people as a leader, as an African fierce woman liberation leader, okay?
Did he just say that white people had Malcolm X assassinated?
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't he assassinated by like
nope.
other Nation of Islam
It was the
people?
government, dude.
That's what they want you to believe, Ben.
The government covered it up.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Ben. Don't be so
That is who is guilty of us not having any direction. So the anger is just them attacking this random white man. Yeah, there's contradictions in that, but the reason why that contradiction is there because there is no African revolutionary leadership that is present in the faces of these young Africans in Chicago because they murdered Fred Hampton. They murdered the leaders of the Black Panther Party. They murdered revolutionary leaders that could have shown these Africans the way to build black power. But instead they're
well, you know, I guess you're still alive, so why don't you lead the charge, dude? You're obviously a very influential person, so you rise up. Become the new fucking black leader that America needs, Ghazi.
Well, what do you think he's doing? By minimalizing what these kids did, he's clearly sending a message that other kids shouldn't do that. He's being an example of what a good black leader should be by tacitly encouraging heinous violence against mentally retarded people. You know what I mean? Just like Martin Luther King would have done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. You know, now that you put it that way, Paul, it all kind of just falls into place.
Don't you remember that part of the "I Have a Dream" speech?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
and then the dream changed, and I was beating the shit out of a white retard, cutting his hair and berating him for the color of his skin, and Lord did smile down upon me.
Yeah, I remember that vividly now. I remember watching that in school, and
that was one of the most heart-wrenching moments of Dr. King's speech, dude. So deep, so powerful.
Well, yeah, I think it's time to move on.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, here's an anti-TJ video.
Cool.
I want to do guy I'm actually a fan of.
Cool.
I actually
Thanks.
I actually like Amazing Atheist because he's usually very rational.
Usually, though.
Not
very
this
rare.
time.
But not this time.
Good. Got it. He's usually very rational. He's usually very... even though he's crass and he's an asshole, I don't mind that because I'm an asshole. You know, he's usually
not crass.
On point with his logic, and he
Scotty, am I crass?
broke down logically. He broke down. He didn't break the issue down. He broke apart. He fell apart logically with regards to Black Lives Matter kidnapping.
I remember that.
Well, you can watch this whole video. It's like 20 minutes. I don't have time to play the whole video. But he complains that black people really don't have anything to complain about because we take fringe examples and make big issues out of it, and we have a victim complex, and Black Lives Matter is a victim complex, and blah, 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 blah. And then he uses fringe examples of why Black Lives Matter is a problem. He uses a host of fringe, he does exactly to us what he accused.
But Black Lives Matter is inherently the fringe. Most black people are not, I mean, like, even if they say, like, I support Black Lives Matter, like, most of them are really not doing much more than just saying that. When we're talking about Black Lives Matter, we're talking about the people who actually go out and demonstrate and in some cases riot. We're talking about the fringe inherently when we're talking about Black Lives Matter.
Us of doing. So logically, he completely fell apart, because if you're going to use fringe examples, TJ, of how Black Lives Matter is a problem, then you can't turn around and say we have a victim complex because we use fringe examples. You're doing the
all right, well, what I'm talking about, I mean, like, first of all, there was a disclaimer at the end of my video that, yeah, this does represent a fringe. Black Lives Matter, when they're out there chanting, you know, death to cops or whatever, they're not letting you know that, yeah, actually, statistically, really not very many black people were shot by police. I mean, yeah, there were some incidents. Many of them became national headlines, national stories, but overall, it's not that big of an issue, but we still are out here demonstrating because we feel passionately about it that this should not happen at all, which I would agree with. It shouldn't happen at all. But they're not out there giving those caveats. They're just out there saying, yep, black people are getting mowed down by cops everywhere all the time. It's happening. Wake up, sheeple. I think that it's very different what I was doing and what BLM does for that reason.
Exact same thing. Either we are allowed to use, I don't need your permission to do what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah.
But either we are free to use fringe examples as a problem and diagnose a bigger systemic problem, or we can't, because you're doing the same thing. You take fringe examples after fringe examples. Not one person of notoriety does he use as an example of why Black Lives Matter is an extremist ideology and Black Lives Matter really triggers people and makes them go and do violent things. No, humanity is violent, TJ.
Sure.
You of all people should know that.
I do know
covered
that.
it pretty in-depthly. Right?
Yeah,
Humanity is a scourge. We have people who have a lack
All
of
right.
empathy and humanity, and they just do sick shit. And that's what this was. It had nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. Do they hate Trump?
See, I wouldn't say nothing to do. Because, I mean, just listen to the rhetoric that they're spewing. And I know you're going to say whatever, the fuck Trump stuff. A lot of people say fuck Trump. Sure, that's true. But when you say fuck Trump and fuck white people, and those two things, those are two very interconnected thoughts, then the basis of your hatred for Trump is pretty obvious. It's a basis of Trump's a racist. Trump is a white supremacist. He's a white nationalist.
Yeah, he represents white dominance.
He represents like the evils of white people. And then you're pumping these people full of fear. You're pumping these people full of talking points like, you know, Trump's racist, Trump's evil, Trump going to take your rights away, blah, 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 blah. And white people are horrible, and white people cause all your problems, and this is that. And then they go out and do something that's motivated by their hatred of Trump and by their deference of blame to white people. And you're going to say that them saying that as they're doing this act doesn't draw in your mind a connection to Black Lives Matter. I mean, maybe that's too specific. Maybe me saying it's Black Lives Matter is like an overly specific accusation. But what I'm saying is like the rhetoric that comes out of that.
The ideas behind that.
The ideas behind the Black Lives Matter movement. Like, don't you think that it's pretty obvious that they're entrenched in those ideas when they're spewing that sort of rhetoric as they're committing this crime? When they know it's public, when they know that this is them showing off their crime, making these statements to the world that this is what it's about?
Isn't the big question mark to say, well, you didn't have anyone of notoriety, but we don't know what people think in their homes about this. We don't really know the perception. I mean, obviously, publicly, people will state one thing. We don't really know on any issue, really, what is the real sort of consensus until we actually have a very clear sign. And what we've seen is, especially in media coverage, that a lot of the Black Lives Matter movement, for a decent portion of the population, that message does hit home, and people do listen to it. It's been covered extensively. I mean, if there was no interest in this, why no one would cover it?
Yes. Who doesn't hate Trump? Trump is a son of a bitch. Trump is president. We elected President Fuckface Bun Clownstick. Everybody should hate Trump. It's a badge of honor to hate Trump. It represents a basic humanity to think that Trump is a piece of shit. Is it a hate crime? Yes, because they expressly said we're beat your ass because you're white. Well, I don't think they expressly said it, but that was pretty much
Yes,
white
yes,
people.
they did.
White
Yep,
people.
Yep.
You know?
There you go.
Yes, so it was a hate crime. It was a racist hate crime. Does it represent Black Lives Matter? No. No more than, anything else. And I'm not even going to draw, right? So the natural...
At least he admits it's a hate crime.
I mean, I don't think we're that far apart here. I just think that maybe he has a higher standard for dragging Black Lives Matter. He's obviously more defensive of Black Lives Matter than I am, because he probably views them as like somewhat of a good thing, and I view them as a pretty bad thing. So I'm going to have a lower standard of evidence, I guess, for roping them in. But, like, to me, the fact that they're using such identical rhetoric and that Black Lives Matter is so popular right now, just as this crime is being committed and all this anti-Trump shit is going out there. And some of the anti-Trump shit is very valid because, Trump, he's the president. He's made fucking... Yeah. Or he's the president-elect.
No one's saying
he's done things that
the leaders of Black Lives
scrutiny.
Matter ordered this to happen or something like that. No one's implying that.
I'm not saying... Yeah,
we're talking about ideologies. What you say if ideologies have no power, look at the power of ideology in the Middle East. You don't think the power of Islamic terrorism based around religious belief doesn't have power? That is all the power in the world.
I mean, that's like kind of the whole atheist position. I mean, or at least not maybe the anti-theist position is, what people believe actually does matter. It influences their behavior. So, I mean, yeah, I agree that these people were probably evil before. It probably wasn't solely like, oh, Black Lives Matter said this, so then therefore we're going to go do this crime. But did they fucking build a little nest in that ideology and say, yeah, and get their hatred nice and fostered? I think they probably did.
I mean, I think it's great that this video it directly followed a Ghazi video. I know Ghazi isn't like a Black Lives Matter figurehead, but the rhetoric that he uses, at least some of it, is not unheard of in Black Lives Matter. This type of stuff, like, to think that type of shit didn't filter down to these kids. This idea that the feelings of white people don't matter, that attacks against white people don't matter because they're all colonialists and they're all oppressing us. You know what I mean? Like, you put these ideas in people, and this is the type of shit that happens. And you do have some culpability in that when you're out there spewing hatred and shit.
Worse.
Forget that whole train of thought, because I want to play. So what he does, though, is he makes this argument. And let's let him make the argument, TJ. The amazing atheist on a day that he's not that amazing.
There's another perspective I saw quite a few times, where people were objecting not to the hideous nature of the crime, but to the fact that Black Lives Matter was connected to the crime. I'm just going to read you a few.
Vile, aptly named, says, people love to hurt the movement any way they can. They add BLM to any crime done by a black person.
That's clearly not true. There's plenty of crimes that are done by black people that are never blamed on Black Lives Matter. Most people understand that every time a black person commits a crime,
he's probably going to say this is an example of that.
Motivated. Most of the time, it's just motivated by money or territorial disputes or whatever. The same reasons any group of people kills another group of people. But when you have assailants shouting out, fuck white people, fuck Donald Trump, and specifically attacking a person for the obvious motivation of it being this, look, this person is this race that we hate, so we're hurting them and attacking them, and it's funny, and it's an occasion for levity and joy. That's obviously something that they learned from Black Lives Matter.
How the fuck, TJ? That's not obvious. It's not obvious how you just a non sequitur. You just made a conclusion that does not follow, right? That does not follow, because you've yet to prove anybody, right, outside of these accusations and these gross conclusions, these conclusions that have no grounding in logical fact. Just
listen, TJ. I am sick of you talking about ISIS. Every time you see some ISIS guy cut somebody head off, you say, "Oh, look, ISIS violent. ISIS violent." When you see one guy cut head off, and you try to lump all. Most ISIS very peaceful, TJ. Most ISIS love white people, love Christians, love.
You're gonna get accused of making Black Lives Matter the equivalent of ISIS now. Like you're saying there's moral equivalency there.
No,
people don't understand analogies anymore, dude.
Yeah, I'm just using an analogy, but whatever. I mean, enough of this shit happens, they will be equivalent to ISIS.
Yeah, that's true.
They're on the road.
You have not proven that this is obviously from Black Lives Matter. No,
except ISIS.
I mean, I'm not really saying it's from Black Lives Matter. Like you're making it sound like my argument is that someone at Black Lives Matter like ordered this to happen, or that these people were like big activists in the group, which I never said. All I'm saying is, like, don't you think that the Black Lives Matter like rhetoric that permeates like all over the fucking internet and probably all over, like, you know, so people's social circles and shit, like that didn't have any bearing on them saying this shit while they were doing it?
Oh, you know,
I mean, if it wasn't directly from Black Lives Matter, it was from some you know, like equivalent group. Like it didn't just come out of the void. These ideas entered their head for a fucking reason.
The only reason I'm about to bring this up is because I really want to see what's going to happen. Otherwise, I wouldn't. But I saw the the outspoken realist in the.
I did too.
Yeah, he said, "Way to make a shitty comparison, Paul."
I know. Seriously, right? Because he just now saw what we were just talking about when we talked about how some people are too stupid to get analogies. And here comes the top comment on this video. The outspoken realist will be camping and waiting for this video to go live so he can type out a fucking... He'd probably have it pre-typed so he can just copy-paste it in. Paul's a fucking loser. Wow, Paul called Black Lives Matter ISIS. What a fucking retard. Way to pull it out of your ass, Paul. I'm sorry for preempting your top comment, outspoken realist, you dumb fuck. You dumb shit-stirring cunt. This motherfucker has been floating like the one turd that won't flush to the top of our videos because he just camps. He just waits for that video to go live, and he's already got it typed out in a little fucking text document. Copy paste. Top comment coming, guys. Fuck you, retard.
Damn.
So we know Paul
Harsh
loves
words.
the outspoken realist. They're buddies.
I'm sick of this dumb shit. Out there just waiting to pounce on something. I made a fucking analogy, stupid.
Yeah, an analogy is comparing one aspect of two things, not all aspects of two things.
Yeah, you gotta fucking explain things to people like drooling fucking retards sometimes. You gotta grab them by the hand and go, "This is an analogy, shithead." Shut up.
I try my best to dumb it down, but still there's people who don't fucking get shit.
Well,
so, do you want to open mail or do you want to watch another video?
Let's open that mail, man.
Yeah, we got a ton of shit.
We got a ton of fucking mail. We might as well open that shit. Paul, you're getting too cocky.
Oh, yeah, man.
Paul's gonna get new cocky, dude.
So we're putting this up now so that you can see our P.O. box if you want to send us anything.
The Drunken Peasants at 227 Bellevue Way, Northeast, number 80, Bellevue, Washington, 98004.
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Get to be the star.
TJ.
You're gonna be a star.
TJ, people contact me and they tell me you don't actually, like, look through everything. So...
Okay.
So try harder, TJ.
That's not my fault.
Yes, it is.
Don't hide shit. Just fucking make it obvious.
They don't hide it. It's just, you're just like, candy.
Well, just don't send anything but candy then. What the fuck?
Candy. It's got Snickers in here.
I fuck.
You want people to keep sending you shit or not?
I guess.
She's just
All
like,
right,
oh,
well,
a
there you
letter.
go.
Who cares?
Read their shit.
Stupid
bitch.
piece of shit. Heartfelt letter.
I'll get it.
Ben is getting it.
If it doesn't involve TJ getting candy, he just doesn't care. If you give TJ candy, he's not going to pay attention to anything else. If you just give TJ a letter, he's really not going to care.
I can't eat a letter.
That's true. Well, I'm like, well, you could.
I mean, I guess I could, but it's not sweet and delicious.
Well, yeah,
the way that oh man, fuck whoever wrapped this shit.
Yeah, hand me that. I'll fucking open it.
You give it a shot.
Yeah, hand me the.
Ow.
Well, you wouldn't move and help me. You're just like,
Oh, it's Gurgi.
Oh, fuck yeah! We know who that's for.
Get Gurgi, TJ.
There's nothing in here, Ben. There's no letter.
Okay, good.
Just letting you know. Don't blame me when things go awry, Ben. You degenerate scumbag. This is TJ and Gurgi. This is Timmy and Gurgi.
Wonderful.
What does this say? Dear TJ, thank you for making YouTube videos about atheism so I can discover that others felt the same way about religion. Da 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 da. Happy holidays. Ban TJ. TJ's garbage from Sam. Okay, cool. Oh shit, avalanche, dude. What is this?
Oh man.
Whoever fucking taped this box deserves fucking death by.
Yeah. What the fuck?
This is Mana Tea.
People have sent us one of those before.
Yeah, I remember that. Like a bunch of these.
What is this?
This is for Ashley, I guess, but she's not even here yet, so set that over there, I guess.
All right, throw it in the trash.
This is for Paul, so that can also go over there.
Trash.
Chelsea.
Damn.
There's something for Chelsea there.
Trash.
This is for you, Scotty.
No, let me get that real quick.
And that's for Ben, I guess.
Trash, dude. Throw it away.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. What's next? Paul, tell us an amusing anecdote while we're opening these packages.
Black Lives Matter is ISIS, and I can prove it.
How?
Holy shit.
Well,
wow, it's two great films, Cop Out and Dracula 3000.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
So I got this lucha thing. This is from Sam. Since she sent us this, I'll just on Twitter it's Sam. It's Sam the Famous, but she spelled it Sam TEH Famous. I don't know.
I guess this is for me because it's on edge.
Wow.
Here you go, TJ.
Here, I could even probably sync it up to my
TJ,
face.
you could put that in your Ford Edge and drive through your Edge City.
Yeah, look at that.
TJ, here's this other fucking the Impossible box.
What? Oh, okay. Here, take my Edge bullshit. Okay, so there's a fucking goofy ass hat.
Yeah, you should wear that when you go golfing. That's basically.
I think Paul should wear that when he's playing the No True Scott.
Yeah.
Even though he told me once that he doesn't want to play that character too much.
He's gonna play it whatever the fuck we say.
But you know.
Oh yeah. He'll play it. He'll play it for Vadim all he wants.
Oh, I see.
In Vadim videos, but you know.
Oh, get the fuck out of
glass. All right, let's see.
Fuck outta
Void
here,
without
Ben.
the
Fuck
seal
you,
of the
Ben.
Jesuit order. Dear Paul, oh dude, Scotty, I misspelled your name, dude. TJ and Ben, I hope you enjoy the pan delivering machine as much as I've had. The instructions are pretty clear. Something at da-da-da-da.
The pan delivering machine?
I don't know. Also inside is a hat I got for Paul from a trip to Scotland back when he first joined the show, so he can wear it when he does the No True Scotsman. Maybe this will encourage him to bring it back, ? See, the people love the No True Scotsman, Paul. You're a piece of shit, Paul. Why do you put your own needs above the people? Also, there is a Star Trek whiskey glass similar to the ones I gave you guys in Amsterdam.
Oh, so it's Blood Axe.
I had kept that for myself. Yeah, it is. Blah, 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 blah. May it assist you in getting drunk. Cool.
Sweet.
Stay awesome, and thanks for years of entertainment. Love, one of your oldest fans.
This someone sent us a magic card that's worth 68 cents.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank you
it's
for
an
that.
investment.
Awesome.
Put
well,
that-
you know, after the apocalypse, that's going to be worth
Put
nothing
that in the
'cause everyone will
bank.
be dead.
Whatever, man. People still want to play Magic.
So this is some kind of weed thing.
Does it grind it up? Or
I don't know what it does yet.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, is it?
It's the mighty.
Yep.
Sweet.
It looks pretty awesome. So thanks, Bazad Blood Axe, you magnificent
That's
bastard.
that's a flour vaporizer. So you can crumble up flour and put it in it, and it'll not burn it, but just take all the THC off of it. Pretty neat.
Bring Outspoken Realist on the show.
Why?
Okay.
Yeah, no thanks.
Because I want to see Paul do that to him in
well,
person.
you know what? Yeah, actually, that does sound good. Never mind.
Yeah, bring him on.
Should we bring him on now?
Yeah, bring him on.
Hey, it's Battlefield Earth.
Sweet, dude, sweet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Awesome.
Before you can even spell your name, I was being trained to conquer galaxies.
Awesome.
No, dude, that was way too understated. Before you could spell your name. I do believe me, I've watched that scene a million times.
Scotty loves that movie.
Dude, I love that scene. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nah. That's another one I caught Scotty jerking off to one time. You know, I was in there, he's Battlefield Earth. He's like, I just have a bad movie fetish, dude.
Nah,
I
man,
love that
there's
big
no lava
reveal
bugs.
when Turl gets leverage over the black guy with the droopy eye. And he's like, because the black guy thinks that he's got leverage on Turl, but Turl's like, was that friend the bartender? And he pulls the bartender's head out.
I actually enjoyed those scenes with them, man.
Endless options for renewal. Endless options for renewal.
They should remake that shit as a comedy. That'd be great.
It is a comedy. What are you talking about? Remade as a comedy.
Just like just do nothing but scenes between those two.
Then it would suck. Oh, sweet, dude. Is it Cena?
No, it's Scooby Doo and the Curse of the Speed Demon, and I guess the Undertaker's in it.
Scurvy Doo?
Scurvy Dervy Dur. There you go. And there's toilet paper, I guess. And there's yet another Gurgi.
Yay!
Dude, that's awesome.
They make you crash your car, TJ.
Fuck you!
Oh, God, it's Gurgi.
Die of fucking AIDS. What the shit?
Yeah, please send TJ Gurgies. He needs a collection.
Yep.
You know, Gurgies. Oh, look at the shot behind TJ. Who can we see?
See, Gurgi destroys TJ in fantasy and reality.
Dude, and the Gurgi is watching
crashes
TJ.
his car, all of his vehicles, his space station.
Gurgi is only the first of a number of people that are going to be joining you on space station, TJ.
But I want you to know, TJ,
shit, yeah.
Gurgi is watching you always. You know, as Paul will say, the eyes of Texas are upon you. The eyes of Gurgi
I think
are
people
upon
are
you.
sending us bad movies like with the hopes that we'll review them. Because we have here Ice Sharks.
Wow.
Sounds like a thrilling film.
Just
like
when you thought it was safe in the Arctic.
I didn't know it was safe in the Arctic.
Yeah.
I never thought it was safe in the Arctic.
Let's go to the Arctic, Paul.
Just when you thought it was safe in a war
We gotta go
zone.
somewhere safe. Let's go where it's 98 below. The harshest environment on the planet must be safe.
A jaw-chomping nightmare in the tradition of The Thing and Tremors.
In the tradition.
In the tradition of The Thing? Really?
No.
One of the great horror masterpieces and Ice Sharks are on the same fucking
in
level.
the tradition.
It's in the tradition. In the tradition of it being an ice? This is
God.
The Howling and the Howling 2. These are actually not too bad.
No, show that one. Yeah.
But then there's this. Troll and Troll 2.
Oh, dude.
Why did they put them on one DVD?
I don't know, because
when they're not even affiliated.
They're not, but for some reason it's all here.
Dude, is it time for Troll 2?
Oh my God!
that is-
I've tried to pretend like it doesn't. It doesn't
Dude,
even exist.
I don't know.
Troll 2, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Troll 2 is my favorite bad movie of all time. I know every line of dialogue.
Yeah,
I have watched
I've
it
been to Troll
100
2
times.
parties.
Me too.
Where you eat the green shit.
Have you
know?
ever been to a midnight viewing?
Not at a theater or anything like that.
Yeah, I've been to 2 in LA. It's awesome. Like, I love that fucking movie, dude. We have to do it.
We have
to
some more
watch it,
stuff.
dude.
All right. This is
More.
This is yet more of this shit.
Three-headed shark attack.
Three-headed shark attack.
Like, dude, that completely invalidates one of the reasons why sharks are so deadly, because they're so streamlined
Paul,
and fast.
I'll tell you what, Paul, if you can guess the tagline, I'll give you fucking $5,000.
Become a $10 patron and
Gotta
you can
say
watch
it
us
now,
review
though.
these shitty movies.
I don't know. I can't think.
More heads, more deads.
Oh God. Oh God, dude.
Danny Trejo is in it. Rob Van Dam is in it, and Karuchi
Rob Van Dam?
Tran. Yep.
That's weird.
Three-headed juggernaut of terror in the tradition of Jaws and Deep Blue Sea.
So I guess they like that with B movies.
In the tradition. It's water, so that's a fucking tradition.
This one at least owns up to the fact that it's shitty, because Deep Blue Sea is a shitty movie. So it's in the tradition of another shitty film.
You know, we could have an argument about Deep Blue Sea one of these days.
I mean, I like it.
Not right now.
Let's be honest. It's shit.
All right, now here's even, like, to me, this is even worse. But this is
What is
like
this?
Knights of Badassdom and Gods of Egypt. See, at least those other ones that would have been are like entertainingly bad. I'm sure these are just
People are sending us so many like DVDs and shit. Are those Blu-rays?
They're Blu-rays.
Yeah, well, we have a Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
On the computer here, so.
We gotta start. We can start watching these shitty
We're gonna
movies.
have the world's biggest shit movie collection soon.
This is awesome. I can't wait to have the world like a big collection of terrible movies.
People have to become $10 patrons to see us.
Okay, this
watch
is
this shit.
Sharknado 1, 2, and 3.
Wonderful.
Wow.
I
the
now
triple
own
feature.
all the Sharknados.
We own them.
All your Sharknados belong to me, Ben. And then there's this.
This is the
Dragon
TJ
Wars.
We own all of these Hollywood
D-War.
classics.
An ancient
Dragon
evil
Wars.
awakens. Meet Burakai, the vicious 200-meter-long Imugu serpent from ancient Korea. His army includes giant lizards with missile launchers, flying dragons, soldiers bred for evil, and mega-intelligent dinosaurs. Together they will destroy our cities unless reincarnated warriors Ethan and Sarah can outrun them and resurrect the good Imugi, Burakai's ancient nemesis. Dragon Wars reveals every last detail of Earth's greatest battle, a war you'll only believe when you see it for yourself.
Wow.
Wow!
That sounds like a totally fucking awful film.
That sounds fucking great, Paul. I can't
Burukai.
wait. That's what we're watching, Paul, for our commentary. Dragon Wars, dude.
Wow.
I guarantee it's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be a
TJ.
special effects extravaganza, Paul. Non-stop special effects action in this motherfucker. I bet you $1 million, Paul.
The Boogaloo will invade your mind, TJ. The Boogaloo will know your thoughts.
You don't even remember the Boogaloo, do you?
No, I don't.
Rogue One, remember the Boogaloo, the weird snake thing that he puts on your head? That was its name, too, the Boogaloo.
No,
that was in a Star Wars movie.
Same guy from Battlefield Earth.
The Boogaloo.
Fuck. Oh, it's too hot in here.
We need to add that one to our terrible movie collection when they release it on Blu-ray.
Rogue One.
So, if you liked our show tonight, give the video a thumbs up.
TJ is an edgelord. Was the way I opened that mail too edgy?
Yes.
Damn it.
You need something with an edge to help you open that mail most times.
That's true. What's Scotty doing? You're insane, Scotty. The show's not even over. Sit down, Scotty. What are you fucking doing, Scotty?
Yeah, mouth, TJ.
Why should I shut my mouth?
I told you to.
You're gone, Scotty. Where are you? You're fucking over there in the bathroom, fucking around.
Yeah.
We got a show to do. We're trying to keep shit moving. Try to keep the action flowing, and you're just off in La La Land after taking fucking
Told you to shut your mouth,
weeks
TJ.
off, Scotty.
Told you to shut your fucking mouth.
Shut up, Scotty. I'm eating hot tamales.
Shut your fucking mouth, TJ.
Damn.
I'm not gonna put up with your bullshit anymore, TJ.
Almost knocked
Tired
out
of
a
it.
bong, Scotty.
Oh, you want these tamales? Yeah, fuck these things. They're mine now. I don't even want to eat them. I'm just having them.
Dude, you just got cucked
Oh,
by
you
your
want some?
brother
Yeah.
on,
Oh, you want
fucking-
some?
on the
There
show,
you go,
dude.
Ben.
Thank you.
You
Thank
just
you.
took
Me or
your
him?
fucking hot
What happened?
tamales, dude.
Yep.
Ben has them.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
Ben's allowed
passing
to
out
have
your
some.
hot tamales to Ben and himself, showing you that
I'm gonna go on
truly
the
they were
street and
never
offer
yours
people.
to begin with.
Yeah.
Everything that is yours is Scotty's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I,
here's the
I like
Kaiser,
this.
dude.
I like this hat, man.
Ah!
That's my hat now.
God damn it. There's nothing I can do. It's the fucking law, dude. It's the law.
Scotty looks like Toad from
What are you
from
laughing at?
Super Mario
You're
Brothers 2.
You're
Dude,
gonna be
that's
under his
awesome.
reign too, dude. You're gonna be under
he
the
already
reign of
is.
Scotty.
He already is.
You just fucking wait when Scotty has control of your existence, Paul.
He already does. I just accepted it way long ago. I don't fight it like you do.
Yeah.
I
guess
knew
I'm just too
when I
much
was
of a
hired on
rebel.
here who my real boss was. It's Scotty.
Oh yeah. Bow down before Scotty.
I do. You saw me salute when the Kaiser returned.
I saluted too.
As you should.
I also saluted the return of the Kaiser.
As is,
Though I
as
did,
is
I
appropriate
did
for
not
your
see
station.
Ben doing so, but yet Scotty
played the
still.
music.
That's true. He did play the music.
Yeah, I guess he's responsible for the music.
Yeah, I gave him an even greater salute
That
than
is
all
true.
of you. So shut the fuck up, you worthless.
Yeah,
peasant.
Paul, I want a musical greeting next time I see you.
Yes, Kaiser. Look and see how even Ben, the creator of Drunken Peasants, grovels before the Kaiser.
Kaiser, Scotty.
Truly every man is subjugated before him.
Ah, yeah.
Hot tamales are good.
They are good.
Dude, I wish I had some hot tamales right now, man.
Scotty, you look so cancer patient-y wearing that hat, dude.
Cool.
You just immediately look like some dude who has cancer, dude.
By the way,
Wow,
Scotty,
TJ.
those pictures that you posted while you were away are some of the best. I don't know if you've seen what some people have done with them, but
oh yeah, I've
Jesus
seen.
Christ, they're some of the best things I've ever seen. Scotty
the
has
gun
been
pics?
inserted in every horrible bloodshed event in the 20th century and beyond. Like up until like Scotty murdered that guy in the fucking German art gallery. Scotty's a member of ISIS. I've seen pictures of Scotty standing on the Hindenburg as it goes down in flames.
I have no comment. I have no comment.
We got to get a collection of those and show them. There's some. Scotty was at Sandy Hook and what was the first one? The first big one.
Columbine.
Columbine. There you go. Yeah, Scotty. There's one of like Derek whatever in Klebold in the library, and somebody like put Scotty in there with them, dude, smiling and holding his AK.
Good old Scotty. Responsible for every atrocity. He's contracted by the government to do so. He's in charge of the false flag division of the government.
Wow, you're revealing way too much about the Kaiser. You need to shut your mouth.
I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Of course you don't, Kaiser. These rumors are so slanderous and clearly drawn from nowhere.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
So are we going to play a video, or what are we doing?
Well, I mean, we've gone the length of a full episode, but
Seems like a weird place to end, though. Like,
I guess one more
the
video.
show just kind of meanders into the fucking distance and the end.
All right,
Bring
one
the
more
outspoken
video.
realist up in here.
Ugh.
Okay. Can we get him in?
yeah.
Let's let him air his grievances.
All right, so I'm gonna DM the Outspoken Realist on Twitter.
Fair enough. Give him a chance to come in. He seems to find a lot of grievances with the show for such a long time fan. So why not give him the platform? Let him air his grievances. I mean, he shouldn't, after all, just be relegated to the YouTube comments. You know. Didn't we watch one of his videos called like the Drunken Peasants Go Full Retard or something once?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to find his Twitter. Where is it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on.
The Outspoken Realist. The Amazing Anecdotalist. The Frightening Freudian. The Filibustering Philanderer.
Here he is.
So we're now following him. Sending him a message. We need some fucking real life PvP. Paul versus the Outspoken Realist.
No, I just want the guy to fucking get it off his chest, man. He seems to have he's got a lot of fucking anguish about the show, and I figure why not let him come out here and tell us all what it is.
We'll see.
You went on quite a tirade against him earlier, Paul.
Yeah. I sense there's something more there, Paul. A little bit something more there beneath the surface. You care to comment?
Well, this isn't about me. This is about, once again, platforming the Outspoken Realist and letting him, air his grievances. I mean, I may have some things to say about those grievances.
It seems that Paul's deflecting, but maybe if we can get the Outspoken Realist on, Paul can really get to the heart of the issue.
Yeah, maybe so. We'll see.
Paul seems to be...
He still hasn't responded.
Oh, well... Let's see, he has responded.
I mean, perhaps he's retreated to write his highly upvoted comment for tonight. Furtively
he asked if he could
typing
come
away.
on another time, and I just said no. This is your chance.
This is your chance, Outspoken Realist.
I mean, it's now or never, bro. You have the time to sit and watch every night.
Yeah.
And you have the time to type out these comments and
Outspoken
critiques
Realist,
and stuff.
this is your
after
opportunity.
The show. So
okay, now he said he'll do it.
All right, good.
Yep.
Come on down.
Good decision. It is time to air your grievances with this podcast. The Outspoken Realist, who's been so outspoken of this, and critical of the podcast.
He has, on multiple occasions, shown his displeasure, I think, with each of us in some capacity or the other.
Well, we do have a lot to learn from his highly successful podcast, though, which does exist, right?
No. Judging by how hard it was to find him on social media, I'm going to go with no.
Huh. Interesting.
But, whatever. He's clearly an expert of some kind, so let's...
Yeah, but there's still things he can teach us. Maybe he doesn't have a successful podcast or, entertainment or anything like that, but there's maybe there's valid points we should hear.
Well, he is an outspoken realist, so, I mean...
And we're all about keeping it real here, so we definitely want to hear him out.
Sure, of course.
So let's bring him on if he's ready.
That's actually a pretty good suggestion in the chat there. Somebody said, as soon as he picks up, hang up in his face and end the podcast. That might be worth considering, but I like your thinking. We may not do that, but I just wanted to let you know that I like your thinking.
You're not getting off so easy, buddy.
No.
Paul, what incentive do we have not to torture you?
Hurry up.
Let's just be honest.
Outspoken Realist, hurry up.
Pick up your phone, dude.
Outspoken Realist, come
on, man.
Down.
It's your time, dude. You've been wanting this forever.
Here's your chance, Outspoken Realist.
All right, here he is. I'm adding him to the call now. Here he comes.
Hello.
Come on down.
All right, hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Hold on. Is he here yet?
Nope.
We lost him.
Oh,
shit. He didn't answer the call, or he's busy.
Busy.
Oh, hold on. I think
he's too busy for the Drunken Peasants.
Jesus Christ, man. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, Gord.
Come on, Gord.
We're asking. Come on, Gord.
1 minute.
1 minute.
You have literally 1 minute.
Do.
Starting now.
Do. I'm not doing it for a minute.
Come on, Gord.
Come on, Outspoken Realist.
1 minute. Do. 1 minute. Do. Getting headphones.
Jesus Christ, man.
Fucking Outspoken Realist.
This fucking guy.
It's not prepared for our impromptu.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit.
I mean, but honestly, he's sitting and watching the show. He can't take a Skype call. Like, where's he at? Is he on the moon?
He said he's getting headphones. Hurry up, Outspoken Realist. Hurry the fuck up. I'll tell you one thing, though. one of AIU's supporters like stalked this guy. It was pretty crazy. Like made a fake Facebook account for him and like contacted his family pretending to be him and shit like that. Yeah.
Was he doing the same smug shit to Devin that he does to us?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, probably. Well, yeah. Probably in the same way. I mean, like, but he's a fan of ours and he really hates Devin, so
it's probably worse for Devin.
I guess we'll let him fill in whether he's a fan or not.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Usually when I'm a fan of things, I don't perch like a vulture looking for something to attack every time it's on.
True.
Hey, I don't do that. Come on.
Oh, here he is.
All right, fair enough. Go ahead and clear the air then. What are your grievances, sir?
Well, I don't really have any. I mean, like, I love the show. I love all four of you, and I don't know. I don't get why you guys don't like me so much. But like my only two like main grievances has been like the AIU thing from like a year ago, and then the Dusty thing from recently. And like everything else, it's just like little things. Like, you know, I'm not a sycophantic fantard where I'm gonna like agree with everything. So if I see something...
because that's what we're saying. That's what we're asking of people, right? Because you remember that when we asked that many times of people, be our sycophants. You can recall it and show evidence of that, correct?
I'm not talking about you being. I mean, like you have to know, right, that your comments end up, you know, being pretty prominently featured on a lot of our videos, right?
Yeah.
I read those comments, and they're not always negative, but very often they are. I mean, you have a YouTube channel with a video on it right now called "The Drunken Peasants Go Full Retard." So
yeah,
I mean, we're not just pulling out of our asses this idea that you are a guy who is pretty often displeased
you do have some
with one
animosity.
aspect of our podcast or another. Tonight being the next, then I mean, do you deny that your big comment reveal tonight wasn't going to have something to do with Paul calling Black Lives Matter ISIS, and you were just testing the waters in the chat? Am I wrong about that?
Usually I don't comment in live chat. That was like one of the rare times, and I was fucking surprised as hell that you guys noticed me in there. But
what was Paul?
I just want to. Can I just repeat what I said? Like my only two major grievances, like I said, were the AIU thing from a year ago, and then most recently the Dusty thing, which is where that the Drunken Peasants Go Full Retard video came from. Those are like my only two major grievances. So I mean, I've made like all my negative comments. I'd say like 80% of my negative comments have been about those two things. Everything else, like even TJ, like when you watched my second video, like 9 months ago or something like that, like even TJ said, like you guys see my comments and they're mostly positive. I'm kind of flabbergasted right now. It's just I love the show. I watch the show religiously. I've been watching since like episode like somewhere in the 90s is where I started watching religiously every day. And
so Dusty was right, and we were being retarded.
Retards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I thought you guys strawmanned them.
We did. In what way?
Like he was not saying like, oh, you should not talk about this. You guys kept saying like, oh, Dusty's saying he's trying to be the YouTube police and tell people what they can't make videos about, and he wasn't doing that. He was saying there's a problem where like I'm also like my anxiety's like the highest it's ever been in my life right now because I've never like been on a show this big before. So
that's fine. It's no big deal.
I just want to put that out there. You might.
Well, that's why we're giving you a
deal.
wide berth to say what you want to say. So
exactly.
So we're not interjecting.
I mean,
anything.
you're a dude that has a lot to say about the show. So here's an opportunity to do it.
Yeah. Oh, I should have said this when I first came on. Thank you, by the way, for giving me that opportunity. I tried to ask Ben if he could let me come on another time because like I don't work really well when things are like just come up so fast. I like to prepare for things so I don't like make myself look like an idiot. But
sure.
The thing with Dusty, my big problem is with like the anti-SJW community is, and I think there's a huge miscommunication because Dusty didn't like the problem isn't that they're talking about SJWs 80% of the time, and they're talking about the right like 20% of the time. It's not that they're talking about SJWs too much. A lot of the times I see people, they're not talking about the right at all. Like, and just so you guys know, like, I don't think that about your show. I think you guys are really balanced. You talk about SJWs, and you've talked about Trump's cabinet picks with the Secretary of Education and what's the other one? Like the climate
Jeff
change
Sessions,
shit.
basically. Yeah, Jeff Sessions.
Attorney General.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the climate change deniers. Like, you guys do balance it out. But a lot of other people, they push that shit under the rug because the narrative is like, SJWs and Black Lives Matter and Hillary, they're the 3 worst things ever. And like, they always talk about that, and they like to make excuses like Sargon and even Blair White.
But they're allowed to talk about whatever they want.
But the reason that people do what Dusty's talking about and saying, oh, people are covering this SJW stuff, which she's done extensively too, by the way, is because, look, they're going after the views, they're going after money. That's basically that's why that's being focused on. Yeah, I understand when people say, hey, why is there just this almost crazy obsession with this stuff? But for one, I mean, if you look at popular culture and media, it's basically adopted this narrative that that's how you have to be. You have to use these proper gender pronouns. So it is a pervasive issue in some senses. But yeah, it's not the only issue. And I understand what you're saying with Dusty, where it's like Dusty wasn't saying you can't talk about it, but in a way he kind of was. He was saying, why are we wasting our time talking about it? People should be more talking about this stuff. So Dusty's opinion is kind of people are wasting their time with this stuff. And that's kind of what we were addressing and saying, well, in all fairness, Dusty, this is what people to a degree want to hear. And obviously people are going to do that to some degree. There's going to be pandering. And I want to thank you for giving us credit where, yeah, we don't just exclusively cover that stuff because I think that would be boring.
Yeah, but I mean, Dusty did kind of link TJ to the alt-right in a video.
That is true. That's separate. But yeah, that's true.
I haven't seen that video, but I believe Dusty, because he said, because I know TJ's argument was, he in one video, Dusty talked about TJ being part of the alt-right and stuff, and then in the very next video he's talking about
it's a problem though that you haven't seen that first video and you made a video about us calling us full retard, because all of this shit with Dusty started with that video. And his cover for that really dumb video where he labeled everybody that talks about SJWs part of the alt-right, because Dusty thinks that the alt-right is the Donald subreddit. No shit. I asked him on our show, on the episode where you said we went full retard, hey, man, can you define for us what the alt-right is? And he's like, basically just a bunch of guys on Reddit, love Trump. So this guy clearly doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about, and you're defending him in a video calling us retards, and you don't wonder why we might wonder if you're a fan? Especially like tonight when I glance over at the chat and I see like right after I make an obvious fucking analogy, you smugly critiquing my ability to do so.
But Paul, isn't there an element of sensationalism just pervasive in social media now, where it's like saying that if he says with the title, I respectfully disagree with the Drunken Peasants podcast, would that really jump out to anyone? It's they're fucking idiots, they're morons, they're totally wrong.
But I don't know, dude. I understand what you're saying, but by the flip side, I don't know, dude. I'm a fan of a lot of different shows. And when I disagree with some minor aspect of the show, I don't make a fucking 20-minute diatribe about how everybody on the show's a retard.
That is all.
So there's an element of going beyond what a normal fan would do when they're disappointed in that. And then I don't even really understand how he can label us retards when, by his own admission, he didn't even watch the videos leading up to what we were talking about, so he didn't even know the context of the conversation. He says we're strawmanning Dusty when he doesn't know the whole fucking record. So once again, I'm left kind of wondering what the fucking point is here.
Like I said, you watched that one video, and you guys, like the strawmanning stuff and other things, and I reacted to that. I mean, that's all there is to it. I mean, and like, it wasn't a 20-minute, it was like a 12-minute video. I mean, I know that's being picky there, but like, I wasn't like just saying, oh, the Drunken Peasants are retards over and over and over again for 20 minutes. Like, I presented my argument and stuff, and you guys actually didn't watch that video on the show. You said you did, but I don't think you did, because
I think we watched it.
We watched it together in private. Yeah.
We actually didn't watch it on the show.
I've never watched it.
I don't think. Maybe I know I watched it.
I would consider that a waste of my time.
I remember watching it too, so we might have watched it while I was down in in Seattle or whatever.
Hashtag retard Paul.
You know, honestly, it's the people that seem to draw Paul's like just like his fucking vitriol the most are people that he thinks I would say considered concern trolling. Like, you know, he's saying
don't say that.
He's saying this. Like he's saying this because, you know, oh, he's concerned, you know, like Paul, I've seen that, like when that kind of fan, because if someone just like Paul sucks or Paul has no talent, you're kind of just like whatever. But when someone's like, well, this is what you're doing wrong, that's what you should be doing, that's when you really seem to go most into like, what the fuck are you saying to me?
That is an element of concern trolling. I don't necessarily think this dude is concern trolling per se. But I do think that he's a dude that's trying to feed the beast by finding, you know, contrary opinions about us and titling them in a sensationalistic way,
I agree.
While admitting to not even really knowing the background of what's being discussed. And, you know, once again, the only reason he's being discussed is because I said something on the show and I happened to look at the chat, and there he was again.
Yeah.
So
fair enough.
I guess he's said his piece. I mean, do you have anything else to say about my analogy tonight, since it's fresher in everybody's mind?
Can you remind me what the analogy is again?
He compared
Black Lives Matter to ISIS.
Yeah,
was the
he didn't
comparison.
compare.
Well, I know that, but like, what was the exact wordage? Because I know
as I remember it, I did a little character that sounded like a typical stereotypical Muslim guy, and I was talking about how TJ is wrong for calling out ISIS because he only pays attention to the ones that behead people and blow themselves up, and there's all these members of ISIS that are, you know, haven't done that, and why is he painting everybody with a broad brush, that sort of thing.
Oh, I remember now. Like, my point with that was, like, with ISIS, like, 100% of them are, like, cutting people's heads off and blowing people up. With Black Lives Matter...
No, that's not true.
That's absolutely and incredibly incorrect, and I think you're silly for even thinking that.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Not every member of ISIS is cutting people's fucking heads off.
There's many different facets of that organization.
I don't mean literally, but their mission is to go out there and kill people.
You just said 100% of ISIS is cutting people's heads off.
I think he's saying that they all belong to an organization whose like one of the inherent purpose is to do things like that.
Okay, but I understand that. But TJ. Okay, yeah, but you need a translator to say that. That's kind of the problem here. It seems to be a communication problem. You say something, you go, well, it's not what I meant, and it's like, what? Which I can see what you're saying, but
I didn't make the analogy to draw a direct line of correlation between Black Lives Matter and ISIS. I made the analogy. I made the analogy to point out the absurdity of looking at a group that does abhorrent things and bitching about judging other people. So I'm actually on your side. You see what I'm saying?
Can I just finish making my point real quick?
Sure. You didn't already?
No, I kind of got cut off.
Okay.
Like, with ISIS, like, it's like ISIS has no fringe minority. It's like the entire thing. It's all, you know, they're all the same, basically. With Black Lives Matter, there's that fringe minority that's a lot worse than, like, the rest of the group.
It's my understanding that ISIS is made up.
It's
my understanding that ISIS is made up of a bunch of disparate cells, and that there are fringe minorities within ISIS that believe very different things than the core group might express publicly.
I mean, look,
that always happens in his organization.
Look at different groups of Christians, though. I mean, like, no one... If I fucking say that Westboro Baptist Church is motivated by the hateful things in the Bible, no one's going to deny that. I mean, maybe like a hardcore Christian who doesn't want to face that reality would deny that.
Sure.
But I mean, like, yeah, you're not saying that all Christians are the same as the Westboro Baptist Church, but you're just pointing out that the basis for what they believe came from this place.
I thought of a better analogy.
Okay.
He could have compared it to the KKK, because with the KKK, like, there's a fringe minority of people who, like, murder people and torture people and stuff, but for the most part, they're just racist assholes.
Well, better is subjective. I mean, maybe in your eyes it is a better analogy, but I don't think there's any sort of
your
this is correct
criticism
and this is incorrect.
Your criticism is that I picked the wrong heinous hate group to use my analogy for, and that warranted calling me a retard in the comments or whatever you said.
I did not call you a retard in the comments.
Well, whatever you said, God, it was all, God, Paul's so fucking dumb. ISIS is not Black Lives Matter. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever you fucking said. It was all smug and bullshitty. And now that you're called out, you're showing me your belly. Like, it was just a dumb comment. Like, are you really going to fucking say that that comment was warranted because I should have said the KKK instead of ISIS?
I saw a great comment. We're the semantics duo, Paul. No, language matters, you fucking idiot. Anyone that says, oh, language is unimportant or trivial and you're getting caught up in, not the message but the issue, that's actually more what the Outspoken Realist is doing. He's focused more on the language than he actually is what Paul and TJ were at the point they were trying to make. Well, at least that's how I fucking interpreted it.
Oh, my goodness.
So does anyone else have anything to say?
No. I was not even interested to begin with.
Paul, my comment. If you want me to apologize, I'll apologize.
I don't want an apology.
It was not meant as like a personal insult. It was just like
Paul is triggered.
It was like most of the other comments in the chat. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I mean,
yeah.
Well, thank you for admitting that.
Paul,
I guess
he loves you, man. You know what? You guys need a hug.
Kind of the point.
Paul, give him an e-hug. Give him an e-hug, Paul. Bring it in there, Paul.
So all the people typing hashtag retard Paul in the comments. I'm a retard for confronting admitted total
Scotty
bullshit.
Is dumb.
So
Thank
I
you.
guess, wow, what a retarded thing to do. Paul called out something that was
retard
later
Scotty.
admitted
Hashtag
to be
retard
totally
Paul.
fucking- Yep.
Yeah, retard Paul.
There it goes.
Retard Scotty and retard Paul. Let's see it, chat. Let's see if you guys can. We're gonna end the show soon. People are saying end show.
But hold on real quick. Other than like the two videos I made against you guys, like I said, the AIU one and the Dusty one.
Other than those two.
Other than the two videos and what? Like you guys just had like your third birthday, right? And I've been watching since episode like in the 80s or 90s. So I mean, I've made two videos about two major disagreements. Everything else is just like little tiny little disagreements.
Right. He was.
But everything. I agree with you guys like 90% of the time, like probably more than that in the comments.
That's not enough. God damn it.
He was
100% agreement.
He was really against TJ's position on AIU.
Agree or not. I mean, have whatever opinion you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I understand where Paul's coming from, but I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really care, to be honest with you. Have whatever opinion.
See, that's the misconception here, is that I'm gonna lose. Like he said he was apologize to me if I wanted him to. Like, no, I don't require an apology. I'm not gonna lose any fucking sleep. I just wanted to give you. You're a very outspoken guy, no pun intended, and I wanted to give you the platform.
I feel an apology in order, Paul. Paul's owed an apology. Yep, I think Paul needs an apology.
Apology.
I mean, having him come on the show and admit that what he typed was total bullshit is better than an apology for me. Like that's
no,
the
Paul's
best
upset.
thing I
Paul's upset. He needs
wanted.
an apology.
Angry Paul needs
Paul's
an
upset.
apology.
Paul, on behalf of the, I'm sorry. TJ, are you sorry?
I'm sorry, Paul.
Ben says
I'm
he's
sorry,
okay,
Paul. Paul, I disagreed with you on
sorry.
something once. I'm sorry, buddy.
Sorry, not
sorry,
sorry.
Paul.
Paul, I'm sorry one time. You had some candies and I ate one, man. I'm sorry, man.
We're gonna end the show. It was cool that we went a little longer. I know it wasn't our normal format. Yeah, it's nice to switch it up a little bit. I know there are some whiny pieces of shit that don't like us to ever deviate from the norm.
Yeah,
but
fuck 'em.
Fuck you,
Hey,
it's our show.
at least I'm not one of those fans.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
I mean, there are some
you're
really
just an
whiny
average.
fans.
You're just an average of one poorly rehearsed, shitty hate video a year fan. You're not one of those totally shit fans.
He's a comment. He's kind of like he strokes his ego when he gets comments that get uploaded.
His keyboard, he's doing this right now. He's getting his fingers ready for this shit. His fingers are ready, Paul.
Yeah,
gotta fire off that comment.
Let the hate flow through you.
Outspoken Realist is going to tell his true feelings in the top comment of this episode.
Oh, can I say one more thing real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Like, one of my secondary dreams in life was to be a guest on DP someday, and I mean, I wasn't technically a guest, like the regular one, but I made it on the show, so like,
So
There you
yeah,
go.
Yeah, you guys
know,
made my
honestly,
dreams come true tonight. It was
well,
bittersweet, but I mean, hopefully we resolved some of our issues because
I think most of our
absolutely-
fan
I'm a
interactions are
giant
bittersweet.
I think, the Make-A-Wish Foundation contacted me and told me that, that we could
Dying
make
of
a wish
ass
and-
cancer, you
Yeah.
know. We're just like, oh shit, better fucking give him a fucking ass reaming
Oh,
by
dude, he has
Paul.
ass cancer? Dude, I'm sorry, man. Shit, dude, I'm
Maybe
sorry.
Paul will be able to fuck the cancer out of his
Yeah,
asshole.
Paul, you know what? You know what, Paul? You owe this guy an apology. He has cancer, Paul, and you're gonna fucking act this way, you salty piece of shit.
God,
yeah,
I feel
Paul
like
did
such
hurt.
an asshole.
Paul honestly did hurt my feelings tonight a little bit. Just a
Wow,
little bit.
wow, damn.
Well, you hurt my fucking feelings too, man. You called me dumb.
Bring
Hug
it
it
hug,
out.
hug,
Hug
hug,
it
hug,
out.
hug, 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 hug. Come
All
on,
right, man.
Paul.
Look. Give me an e-hug, bro. Look, my hands are
E-hug.
out.
Yeah, there
Bring
you
it
go.
in. Bring it in.
Bring it in. E-hug.
Bring it in.
E-hug.
Bring it in.
I'm bringing
Tuck
it in.
Tuck it in there.
Are you grabbing his ass?
Oh, he's grabbing
Outspoken
Paul's
real
ass.
ass.
Grab his ass.
Grab Paul's ass.
Grab his ass. Give it a little squeeze. Give it a little pin.
Yeah, go in the back room now. Go in the back room now.
All right, the show's over. Everyone fuck off.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs
Good night,
up.
everyone.
Thumbs up.
Good night, everybody.